So, big good evening to everybody. Welcome along to the Friday night stream chat with the crew. Grab yourself a beer, and tonight's obligatory drink of choice is the Baileys. So, sat at home with a glass of Baileys. And a couple of quick things we're going to get through tonight. Just a couple of quick things we're going to quickly say. These are all guys are all sat in the side chat. Jim Diesel is in the room, so he is going to be hopefully joining us. If you haven't seen Finally Friday with Jim Diesel, the man, the legend, is in the room. So if you do want to obviously jump in, we have put the StreamYard chat up. We've also got another guy that is just hanging around in the room. We're just waiting for him to come on. Simon GTR 1400, the man that knows all about GT 1400s. He is in the room as well. We've got 7 bikes to talk about tonight. Quite a few things coming up. Before we do that, though, we're going to mention a quick thing. Now, obviously, if you are an experienced rider, or if you just happen to be a learner rider, you're not going to go far wrong without one of these. Motorcycle Roadcraft, the Police Federation handbook. Loads and loads of info in there. Obviously a little bit light to see tonight, but there is loads of info about overtakes, cornering, lane positioning, limit points. Very good read, and it's well worth the sort of 15 to 20 pounds you spend on Motorcycle Roadcraft. So come in and jump in on the live stream. We're going to be talking about the group that rides out of Milton Keynes every Sunday, and they're based at Starbucks at the place. Meet there for 9 o'clock, and you can find these guys on Facebook. All you need to do is type in BBN Advanced Motorcycle Training, become a member of the group. Very easy. Come and join in. What you do need is a full license to obviously ride with those guys, because they are all riding high-powered machines. But if you are a rider looking to gain further knowledge and get yourself in on a little bit more training, £25 a year, do as many rides as you like, and you can become a ROSPA approved advanced motorcycle rider. So we will be sort of shouting out to those guys about the BBN Advanced Motorcycle Training. Very good group to join. And talking of one of the advanced members, we're going to invite him in now. One of my good friends is Simon GTR 1400. So hopefully he's got his stream up. I've just invited him in. You're a little bit grainy there, mate, but I can see you. You've got a little bit of lag on your computer, but good evening. Welcome to the screen. I think your computer's on the way out, mate.
I think it is.
Might be your background. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna let you sort your stream out, Simon. Then I'll invite you back in. Get your stream sorted out. I'll invite you back in. Jim Diesel's here as well. Good evening to Howie. Hell's on Two Wheels is here as well. Now, obviously, if you've seen my Super Sausage run that I did, there is a 2-parter because we've done so much video on it, where we took a junior rider out and gave him a little bit of experience riding with a couple of other guys. And obviously I did mention this channel, so if you've not been over and seen this channel on YouTube, Hell's on Two Wheels, and Mr. Hellbelly, absolutely amazing channel. He's got a really good Harley, his wife's got a really good Harley, rides all across the states. And I did mention obviously his channel. I've been blagging his channel, saying, people, you've got to watch this guy, you've got to watch this guy. If you're a Harley rider or you're into Harleys, then it's well worth going and having a look at some of his rides, and he does get some really good people up on his live stream as well, so go check him out. Good evening to Hippo Jones. I haven't seen him for absolutely ages. He does some really good videos as well. Some really good stuff there. We're going to try and get Simon back in now. Let's see if his channel's working any better. Oh, he's still grainy, so pull your plug out, reboot your computer, mate. You might get a stream off of that. So there is a couple of things that we are going to be chatting about. Obviously, if you do want to jump in on the stream, I did post the link up. I'm going to post it up again. So if you do want to jump in on that live stream chat, you're very welcome to come in and join in the show. So the StreamYard link is there. Simon's having a little bit of computer issues that end. He's obviously struggling to get it up. A bit like a GTR 1400, it either works or it doesn't work. So, I'll let him sort himself out. Bring him back in just a minute when he's sorted himself out on that stream. So mine seems to be running all right tonight, hence BT Wi-Fi. It's actually working for once in a blue moon, so it makes a change that I'm not got any lag here going tonight. Couple of quick bikes we are going to be chatting about. If you happen to be a junior rider, or you happen to be a new rider, you're very welcome to come in and join us. Now, the thing I do want to chat about, I'm going to go through a couple of these that we've got. I'm going to introduce this man in. If you haven't seen this channel, it's an honor to have him in every week. Talking Harleys, he knows, he's a bit like Simon, he knows his GTRs inside and out. This guy knows Harleys inside and out. He could put a Harley engine back together with a blindfold and one hand and a toothpick, and he could still get it running. So we're going to introduce him on. It's the man himself, Mr. Hellbelly. Hell's on two wheels. Good evening, mate. Good to see you.
What's up, Bobby?
It's all good, good. While you're in the room, I'm going to bring this up and let you ask for your opinion on this. This has just been unveiled in the UK. Harley Davidson unveil a limited street guide special, and it's called the Arctic Blast. I'm going to try and share a picture.
Yeah, it's been out for a couple months here in the States.
Right. Let me see if I can. I've just got to try and find where I found it earlier on. Bear with me a second while I just get in. Bikes 2021. I was just looking around the new bikes that were coming out, and one of my friends said to me, he said, if you haven't seen, there is a big magazine in the UK called Motorcycle News, and it's been around for absolutely ages. But obviously one of the guys said, you've got to have a look at some of the spy shots of these new bikes that are coming out. And I went, oh, okay. And he said to me, if you haven't seen this Harley, it's coming into the UK. He said, obviously it's been around, but this thing is absolutely dirty filth. In the UK we call it dirty filthy. Obviously sex on legs. And I'm like, oh, okay, I should go and check this bike out. And he sent me a screenshot of it, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, that is a really nice bit of kit. Let me see if I can find it, because it keeps coming. It pops up onto my feeds every now and then. And obviously the Sportster S is sort of kicking out and sort of doing its own thing as well. But this Arctic Blast one, I was like looking at the colours, and I'm like, that is just absolutely beautiful bike.
What's going to be cool about 22 and 23 is Harley is going to bring old CVO paint jobs as standard paint jobs. So like the Gunship Gray, the Sandstone, stuff that was CVO paint jobs is going to come out as standard paint jobs on like the limiteds and specials and stuff.
I'm still there it is, the limited, that's it, Harley Davidson. Right, so let me just go across to share the screen. Let's put us up to the side like so. Let me bring up the browser tabs. There we go. Let's share this up. Just get an eyeful of that. That is just pure filth. That is just such a good looking bike.
See, it's actually very dark blue on the bottom. It's not black. It's actually very dark blue. And then it just fades into a lighter blue and then to the white.
It is, yeah. But to say that bike is absolutely gorgeous, the price tag in the UK, so just over £31,000. That's probably going to be about what, $34,000.
Yep.
Would I buy one if I won the lottery tonight? Hell yes. I just love that paint scheme.
Yeah, it's one of those paint schemes that actually looks better in the sunlight than any picture can do justice for it. It's kind of like the Venom paint job that came out this past year. When I looked at pictures, I was like, but then when I actually saw it in person and in the sunlight, it's a gorgeous paint job.
The other one I am going to comment about, because I don't know why they've released this. Talking of sort of the top, sexiest looking bike, It's going to be that Harley. The one that I wouldn't buy, and if I walk past it, I would probably look the other way or throw up. BMW have just announced their new electric scooter. I'm just going to pop back and bring this one up because obviously I tend to roll through the latest stuff out, get an eye full of that.
What in the world?
That is the new BMW electric scooter, and to say it is ugly is an absolute understatement. Just bring him into the room. Good evening, Jim.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Yes, good, thanks. Long time no see. Welcome to the chat, mate. So,
yeah,
what do you think of the BMW new electric scooter?
Yeah, it's rats, isn't it?
It literally looks like someone's taken a recycling bin and just put wheels on it.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's honking, isn't it? That is
obviously, being a Kawasaki rider, Jim.
Yeah.
Kawasaki have just announced a new hybrid. Yeah, they are doing. It's half petrol, half electric. This one popped up on my feed because obviously I'm just going to roll through some of these because I've got all these on. So I'll find the hybrid first. So it was if you happen to be motorcycle news fan like I am, Jim, you'll know what I'm on about. But obviously this new hybrid's come out and I've been sort of reading up on it, trying to find as much info as I can. They are keeping this very, very close to their chest.
Okay.
And I thought, okay. Some of the electrics, have it your way. British firm create a customizable electric utility bike. I was like, what the hell have they put out there? That's not to my liking either. But obviously the new Damon obviously coming out in Canada. That's one of the new ones. This Kawasaki. I can't find it. I had a photo of it earlier, but if you go on to Motorcycle News, the new one's in there. The easiest way for me, I'm just going to roll through some of these new bikes because obviously, a couple of the quick ones that we had, they've got the new Tiger 1200 out, so it does look very, very good. Obviously, the Triumph Tiger's been around for absolutely years as a 900 series, and they had the smaller one. Obviously, that is the 1200. That's going to be rivaling sort of the Africa Twin, the Honda stuff. That's quite a nice one. But then there was one up here, and I was sort of looking at it and thought, oh god, yeah, they've typical thing. Triumph have jumped on giving the new Tiger the James Bond treatment. Really.
Right.
Yeah, so another thing come out, everybody's jumping on James Bond at the moment because obviously something happens right at the end of the film. I'm not going to destroy it for people that haven't seen the James Bond film. But there are sort of loads and loads of bikes. Everybody's jumping on the bike market at the moment. Another couple of quick ones. Honda Africa Twin. They've updated the 2020 model. Not interested. If it's as good as what it's been for the last 10 years, don't mess with it. Leave it as it is. The Africa Twin is probably one of the best ones around. Why BMW have done this? Because obviously their R18 that they brought out, they've now decided to put a transcontinental version out and a bagger version. So they're going down the Harley route of trying to copy Harley Davidson again.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking, why have you done this? Couple of others that obviously the new KTM 125 has come out. Obviously, that's boy racer appeal. We've got an Aprilia 125 in. It's really nice, but obviously the new KTM RC's out to sort of give the 125 market a run for its money. And the last couple I'm going to do, obviously, because we've got a lot of people waiting in the live stream on this, so I'm going to try and answer some questions as well. Where are we? Just roll down. We're on page 3. The new Live Wire. The new Live Wire is rewired. HD's Electric Bikes has been spun off into a new company. One of my friends that's obviously bought a bike from us, Rhythmic Biker, they went out at the weekend. He's rode the big Dynaglide. He had to go to Street Guide and he tried the Live Wire. And I said, as an electric bike, would you buy one? Oh, God, yeah, I'm saving me money. I want a Live Wire. The Live Wire is really all singing, all dancing. People knock Harley's electric bike, but until you've ridden it, don't knock it because it is a really good bike. And obviously, because we do Lex Moto, they've pushed out this new version of the LXS for this year. that thing is actually rivaling Honda now for top sales in the market. So much so, Honda have gone back to the factory and they've done the CB125 and decided, right, okay, we are going to drop the price by £100. So Honda are now sorting to give Lexmoto, the cheap Chinese brand, a run for their money. So really, really good on that. Simon's just sent me a quick private one on this, so I'm just going to share this one up. This will absolutely blow your mind as well. So I'm just going to share the screen up on this one. Go to me secure that one. Go into there and bring this up. So Kawasaki have announced the new ZX15 because obviously ZX14, ZZR14 is one of the biggest bikes out. They're now looking to push out a ZX15, and I'm like,
hope it ain't as bad as the Hayabusa.
No, so it's going to give them a run for their money, but yeah, I've been waiting a sort of a new bike to come out on the market, so that looks pretty darn good. And talking of the man himself, he's actually back and got his computer working now. Evening, Simon.
Thank you. Yeah, the thing just needed a hammer through it.
Where do you guys have enough room to run a big bike like that over there?
We got plenty of fast roads, but obviously everything now has average speed cameras in, so you can't go hammering around like an absolute lunatic over here.
No.
It's wank.
Quick one from MC Belly. The Triumph James Bond bike. The after spec double the price just for a 007 sticker. So spot on with that. Absolutely spot on. Yes, it will. Obviously, Hippo's had to scoot because he's got stuff on. So, yeah, cheers, Hippo. Hope to catch you on the next one. White Rock Riders in the room. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah. There's loads and loads of people. I've got 19 messages here. Yeah, Hippo's, just go back through some of the old ones. Not sure he'd want to pay over 30K for it. MT's like, my house only costs 36K. When's a million Bogan taking it out to drop it on a beach yet, like he normally does? Believe it or not, I've actually stopped following $1 Million Bogan. If you want to watch real Harley people, watch the likes of sort of Hells on Two Wheels. Go and check out some of the proper people on my channel that actually ride Harleys and do it good, especially sort of Gareth from Burning Gas hauling ass with his night rod. Watch the real people. Don't watch these people that just want to get as much money into their pocket as they can just for advertising Harley Davidson. You know, most of the people that I tend to follow do it for the love of biking. We're not in it for the money. We just enjoy what we do, and that is the only reason that we motovlog. But go through the last couple. White Rock's just got back online after moving house. So I hope your move went all right, buddy. Yeah. Silly money for the Harleys though. So yeah, absolutely stupid. And obviously loads and loads of bikes. There is a new Honda NT 1100 Tourer coming the 21st. So that's going to obviously follow up from like the NC 750. They've now got the NT 1100 coming out as well.
All right.
So, how's your week been, Jim? You know, finally Friday. That exhaust one was quite therapeutic to the ears.
Oh yeah, I thought I'd take the piss with that one. Yeah, so I did a. You get all those ones on YouTube, innit, where you can, if people that can't sleep, innit, with because I have trouble sleeping like you, so I thought I'd do a video on that. It's just exhaust note. So,
exactly. Yeah, I think we all get Hells to do do a Harley note and just put it up.
Yeah, should do. Yeah, Hells should do one as well. The Harley note. Yeah, just an hour's worth of listening to Harley Davidson. Yeah,
exactly. How's your week been, Simon?
Busy. First week back at work after being off holiday, so it was busy on that front, and I've got a few videos to put up. I got a Bellin video this week as well. So
brilliant.
Yeah, I've managed to get one of them together this week. I've met enough poor drivers this week. So
obviously, did you hear about the little accident last Sunday?
Yes,
up at Flying Fox. Yeah,
just up the road from you. I went past there on the Monday morning on the way to work after hearing about it, and I saw the marks on the roundabout and that were still quite fresh, and he's hit that with some speed. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to speculate on what actually happened, but the news that filtered back to me is obviously they'd come out of the local club just down the road by the garden centre, 3 parts to the wind, hammered it down the road. They reckon that his front wheel, when he actually his front wheel hit the edge of the roundabout and barreled the car.
Yeah,
basically
I think the car actually went airborne because there wasn't any marks on the road itself. I think he's hit it. He's gone off at an angle, airborne, and landed in the field and caught fire. Unfortunately, and they all perished. But
the other thing was someone was saying the people in the back seat didn't have seat belts on, and it ejected them as well. So. Yeah. Not good news, and obviously we feel sorry for the family. So
which will explain why the police spent so much time there with the club road closed. And incidentally, there's a Reefers turned up there today with Dad on it. So
oh dear,
God, that's a shame. Yeah, so you always feel sorry after someone loses their life, but life moves on, and there's not much more you can say about it. But that was a nice little ride home, because obviously I had to go down all the back country roads with all the potholes and sheep and deer and everything. So
at least there's less horse poo on the road just lately. So
exactly. Ride this Sunday. Quick one for the ride. Is it a social ride or is it?
It's a social ride. It's a social ride. And I was trying to wave this earlier. I've got my one. It's a bit of an older version than yours, and as you can see, it's well thumbed. It's a social ride, and the Super Sausage was mentioned, although it won't be a straight ride up the A5 to the Super Sausage if I know Dave and Nick.
Cool.
We shall be going via probably Wellingborough, knowing them.
Yeah, that's good for me anyway. So Mrs. knows that I'm out for the day. Any plans for this week, Jim?
No, I'm at work. No, I'll start my shift tomorrow, so that's me for 6 days.
How about you, Hells? What you got planned for this week? What are we riding this week?
This week we have a bunch in the bag. Mondays I have my live show, The Weekend Hangover. We're going to talk custom paint and customization on American V Twins. And then I got video dropping, and we're getting stuff ready for another rally coming up in 2 weeks.
Because I've not watched you. I know you did your live stream with the interview and the suspension one. I've not watched that yet, so don't tell me what it is, because I'm going to be watching that after I've finished the stream.
Well, it was a really good one because everybody knows about other big name brands. Like Legend, Ollie's and stuff. But they didn't realize that you can get a custom built suspension for a lot better price than the name brand. And it's all made it in the country, in USA. So there was a lot of people that went and talked and got it. It was good. And we were able to announce, our partnership with that. We've been holding for that show to announce our partnership with Suspension Technologies.
Excellent.
But it was good. I got a lot of stuff coming up with that show.
Excellent. I shall look forward to watching that. Wibbly Wobbly's in the room. I haven't seen you for your ages, Wibbly. Come in and say hello to the boys for a while. Obviously, if you didn't know, Wibbly Wobbly, he's the Harley boy, UK Harley boy. So rides his little Harley around. So pop in, Wibbly. Come and say hello for half an hour or whatever. So jump in. I can't believe how many people are watching tonight. We're doing really well, and I've upped my StreamYard to 10 as well. So I paid the extra and up to 10 now. It's worth it.
Right.
Redbomb put his hand in his pocket.
I actually put my hand in my pocket. Yeah. I've got a few things planned, because obviously we've got some new bikes in the garage. I'm looking forward to getting out on them. I'm going to bring this guy in quick. It's the man himself, Mr. Burning Gas, hauling ass. Good evening, buddy.
Hello.
Here he is.
How are we?
My question to him is, how did the missus like the Sportster?
I think I'd rather Sarah told you. To be honest, she hasn't really said much to me, which I think means that it's either she really, really wants it, or she doesn't want to disappoint me.
All right.
It's an expensive decision. That's all I can say. So,
quick one for you, Gav. Have you seen that new electric blue Harley that's come out, the Arctic Blast?
I've seen nothing.
Oh God, I put it up earlier on the stream. I've got to do this again. Let me just jump in.
No problem.
Because I was watching, having a look at it. I get MCN, Motorcycle News, sent to me. Mine's electronic.
Right.
And I was having a read through it, and I'm like, oh, good God, look at that. And it's the one thing, every time you go into the page, it moves all the bikes around according to how many people have viewed it. And it keeps rolling around at the bottom of the page. And I'm like, really? That many people, are looking at electrics or looking at KTM. They're not looking at this new Harley. Right, I'm going to bring it up for you. Let me just jump into my share screen and bring the tab up. There we go. So that is the Arctic Blast.
Oh, the paint scheme. I thought you were right. Okay, so yeah, that's the special edition one. Yeah, sorry. I have seen that.
For sort of 31 and a bit £1,000. That is, I would pay the money for that. I really like it. It's just the colour appeals to me. It's like
it's missing a bit off the back and a trunk, and
just like yourself, that we probably
looks
know
like a police bike.
The other one is obviously. Let me just jump down here because the Sportster S. Someone's just asked a question in the room about the Sportster S.
Right.
Let me just bring that one up. That was right down the bottom somewhere.
Yeah. I can answer you the questions on the Sportster S.
Fire away.
I've tried the Sportster S.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Right. How tall's Hellbelly?
6'1".
Right. How did you feel on that, being 6'1"?
Oh, it's like any other small bike. Like I'm screwing the tank. And that's just a factory setup. That's the problem. That's the factory setup. They're not built for tall guys from factory, right?
Yeah.
But for what the handling and how it performed, I was actually pretty impressed with that bike.
So, I haven't ridden it yet, and my plan is, when I get a chance, is to ride it. And I'm 5'10", and I'm even concerned about how I'm going to look on this thing. Sarah's 5'7", and she said she felt she was flat-footed on it. So it'd be interesting when she gives her opinion.
It was like they took a page out of Indian, and it's kind of like an Indian setup with their bobbers, their scouts.
Yeah.
Even with how the gauge, the dash, and the gauge worked, and everything.
Right.
So I can answer this question here, because the way that Sarah was explaining it to me today. Has anyone tried the Sportster S? I found it a bit flat. So she was saying that there you go. She's probably answered this question. So it's geared up that it's got a lot more low down torque, isn't it? You know what I mean? It kicks in a lot earlier than the Pan America. The Pan America's torque range is a lot higher, and like the Sportster is meant to be more like off the throttle. Make you kick it and go. I don't like flat. I'm trying to figure maybe the why. What do you mean by flat Exeter rider? Do you mean that it's quite linear power, or do you mean it drops off? I don't totally understand.
Evening, Stu. Zed's in. He's just popped in. How do everyone? Just popping in to stay high. He's off to bed early start in the morning. Good to see you though, Zed. Yeah, followed up on your last video. Really, really good. I noticed that obviously Throttle Daft's got his new one up. So Yeah, so we should go and watch that later. The Chippy Run. If you haven't seen the Chippy Run that the Basic Bikers do. Just to let you know, Stu, the Basic Bikers have got their channel. I mistyped yesterday. There is a guy in Ireland called the Basic Biker. I thought, oh, that's a little bit near the knuckle, and he's obviously got less subs than obviously Basic Bikers are. So keep your eye on that channel, mate. MT's there, high end, yeah, and high end once the valve shift. So yeah, thanks for the update on the that Exeter. He obviously prefers the 118 engines anyway.
But as G was talking to me, it acted just like it was like riding when I first got my factory M8 motor. That's the way it acted. That Sportster S. So it's a lot different than what most Harley guys are used to, especially if you're coming from a twin cam, because it's a lot smoother. It's not that jerking sensation you get out of a twin cam.
All right.
But for the fact that the way it acted, I'm like, man, you could open this thing up and it would be.
Hello.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Gav's back. Oh, no, he's gone again. So has anybody got 10p for the electric meter? He's back again.
I can't hear a damn word.
I'm more excited about what I've found out, what they're going to bring in 22 and 23. So,
What are they bringing in?
let's just say they're going to have a blast from the past come back. So,
Oh,
Bring back the night rod.
no, we're
What
going even farther back than that.
Oh.
What they? Oh, come on! You got to tell us what are they bringing back?
Well, if you just to give a hint, it's what a lot of the lowrider guys are trying to make the lowriders look like.
Ah, trying to make the low. Are we talking 50s? Not 1950s type style, or
No, we're talking more 70s and 80s.
oh 70s and 80s. Oh
Yeah.
right, low riders.
It'd be interesting to see what comes out, because there is a lot of competition in the bike market at the moment. A lot of competition. He's back. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
We were in the meetings, and what brought it up was because my better half was looking to go into a bagger, but
Yeah.
she really doesn't want to go to a huge bagger. So they're like, well, you might want to wait until after February to buy your bagger, because we might have a smaller bagger that will fit you.
All right.
A smaller bagger.
A smaller bagger.
What, from Harley?
Yep.
That's got
Oh,
everybody
interesting.
thinking.
Yeah,
I was talking earlier, is what's cool is they're bringing a lot of the old CVO paint jobs
yeah.
Right.
to be
That'd
standard
be cool.
paint jobs now.
There was just talking, obviously, baggers and old-fashioned bikes. I'm trying to figure that. Me and Simon were looking at it on Sunday at the Super Sausage, the orange one that was in. I can't figure the name of that bike.
Was it the Victory?
That was it, the Victory. This bike was in. Yeah, it was in Sunday at Super Sausage. The guy is always there, but his rear end exhaust literally looked like it was two rocket pipes. it was an oh god, to say that he'd customized it to the absolute hilt and beyond. Found it. Here we go. I found the photo. Let me see if I can find the orange one. This is it. Yeah. Oh, it comes in half a dozen different colors as well. That's nice. Right. Let me just share the screen up on this one, because this thing was absolutely nuts. But when it rolled in, every biker in the Super Sausage just looked at it and it was like, what the hell is that? And then Simon said to me, oh, it's a Victory. It's a Victory. There we go. Let me share that up for you. That's the one that was in. So it was the orange one that was in. But
right.
yeah, but it was a lot lower than that. He's had it customized and it literally sat about an inch off of the ground.
Oof.
Yeah, he actually had bars underneath the exhaust, so when he's cornering, it was that low. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very, very nice bike. Next time it's there, I'll try and shoot up a photo of it, because everybody was looking at it, and I was like, oh, probably great in a straight line. You're not going to get that knee down, go around the corners.
I think he needs 2 attempts at the roundabouts in Milton Keynes.
Where there is a will, there is a way.
Exactly.
You know, go in the Indian dealerships and open the bags and be like, man, Victory got this bag design right from the get-go. And they're like, they get all ticked off about it. It was a Victory bag. Like, I was a big Victory fan, so I thought they made a good bike.
Yeah, all Victory bikes are good. Yeah, they were good bikes.
I just love the uniqueness of them with that huge front wheel, skinny front wheel. It just makes them look so different to anything else out on the road. It reminds me of a penny farthing in reverse.
Yeah, because we were looking at the front wheel, because I said to Simon, I said, that's got to be an 18 or a 19-inch front wheel. And when we actually looked, it was a 22.
22? Oh,
White's about to disappear off. See you later, White. Thanks for popping in the live stream, mate. Have a good one. Have a great weekend.
22-inch wheels, amateurs.
It was a nice bike, though.
It was an unusual day because there was about 5 or 6 victories up there in the end in total, wasn't there? There was quite a few of them, so there was something going on locally. Or they just converged like a magnet. There was quite a few.
I've ran a bigger wheel. The biggest one I've ran is 26 by 5.5.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But it handled great. That's what the surprising thing was, is how well it handled. It's a pain in the butt to freaking get tires for.
Well, I managed to get one fitted to the front, and I bought a spare at the same time while I had the opportunity. Yeah. And that's what I've done, and I've kept it. You know, so
it's
22.
We've got obviously the other guys in. Dad and Mad are here. It's good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Let me post up the StreamYard link again. If you do want to come and jump in on the StreamYard link, I'll put the link up for you again. You're very welcome to come in the room. Yeah. If you haven't popped across and see Dad and Mad, they did. I think that I don't know if they did Ride to the Wall this year, but obviously go and check out Mad and some of the videos of her hacking around that field on that little electric motocross bike. It's hilarious. She's really got the knack of riding. So,
quick question: we have to address the lack of beard on Jim.
I know. I don't have to grow it back or not. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah, grow it back.
Yeah.
I've made a start now, so it's coming back, but it's coming back grayer this time.
Yeah, this is 4 weeks growth. This is.
Jim, you look like a bad standby for Right Said Fred.
Hey! I look like Eddie Hitler at the bottom.
That's got him to a T. Yeah.
I was just talking to Sarah on FaceTime when she said, I don't know who that's with Rev Bomb online, and I says, how? And he goes, well, she recognised Hellbelly, she recognised Simon, and she went, who's that? And I went, it might be Jim Diesel.
That's Jim. Been hiding.
Incognito.
Exeter, you're very welcome to join any time you want. Brilliant. And then they did do Ride to the Wall this year, mate, working on a small video. Yeah, you're very welcome, Dan, man. Go and watch their channel. Really, I do love promoting other channels, and obviously I keep pushing Hell's channel because some of his stuff is just so unique. And obviously Simon gets his bell end of the week in, so idiot car drivers. There is one, and obviously I'm not going to mention the channel because he may be sued yet. Well-known bike rider, rides out of London, I'm not going to say who it is because obviously people will suss out and go and watch his channel. He may pull the video down. We've got these people in the UK called Insulate Britain or Insulate the UK or whatever.
All right.
If you've not seen this, Hells, on the news, what they do, about 20 people, and they go and sit across like a freeway with their signs saying Insulate Britain, and they just stop all the traffic. There was one the other day, the woman trying to get her mum to hospital because her mum wasn't well. You know, the hospital was 5 minutes round the corner and they wouldn't move. This biker pulls up and the coppers are there, and he went, "Can't you do nothing about them?" "No, we can't touch them because the police would be sued for assault." Well, what is assault? Is when you actually lay physical hands on their skin. And he went, "Oh, right, so I can do what I like to him." He said, "Well, you can, but we can't, as long as you don't actually physically harm them." This certain biker pulls their signs and throws them to the curb, grabs the guy by, they've all got hoodies on, grabs his hoodie and drags the guy onto the pavement and drops him on the pavement. And he said to the copper, "Is that all right?" He said, "Well, you've not laid physical hands on him. You've just held him by his clothes and he's not injured." He did 3 or 4 before the copper said to him, "Right, enough's enough." But he had enough room to get his bike through the traffic.
Good stuff.
But he's obviously got it all on cam. And he said, you know, he's obviously put the first bit up and said, "Do you want the full video?" I went, "Hell yes, go for it." He said, yeah. The only thing is, obviously, if he puts it up, will the press jump on it and make it look like he's a bit of a rogue biker?
That's exactly what will probably happen, to be honest.
There's been a few videos, isn't there? Car drivers doing exactly the same thing.
There was actually a video.
Getting out of the cars and dragging them out of the way, but... You
there was a video of an
they're...
ambulance trying to get through, and the ambulance driver actually got out and started dragging them to the side of the road.
Yeah, because they're blocking the. It's actually illegal because you're blocking the highway, so you can actually get arrested for that.
Yeah, but
could you imagine if that was? Could you imagine if that was happening in Texas?
Oh God!
Yeah. Shoot them. Fucking snowflakes.
Military's here. Stevie's in the room. Evening, military. Come and join in the stream, mate. Quick one from Dad Maddie. So if you throw a punch and it misses, it's still considered common assault, believe it or not. Yeah, braver than me.
Yeah, that's because of the intent of the throwing the punch. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what's been going on this week. There was obviously Simon got his GTR. Did you see also the feed on Facebook of the guy that parked his ZZR in the hotel?
No, I didn't see that.
I'll send you a link up later because he sent me a question. And he said it obviously got brand new ZZR, the latest one out. I think it was about 4 years old, absolutely mint condition, Gen 2. Didn't want to leave it outside the local travel lodge. And unfortunately, he was in Essex. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Spoke to the local travel lodge and they said, yeah, you can put it in the foyer and lock it up, put it in the foyer. Brilliant. It'll be safe there. It won't get stolen. Someone went out for a smoke, come back in the security door with his pass card, and the 2 guys behind him went, yeah, we're in the next room up from you, mate. Can we get in? Yeah. They went in, broke the steering lock, and hooked his bike out the hotel.
Wow.
All right, nice one.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that a certain place where you go backwards and forwards. So you would go to one place, you would begin with T and it ends in lodge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's currently suing the hotel because they should have had it secure. If it was on their premises, it should have been insured under their hotel scheme.
Yeah, it's only the car park that you're not insured. Yeah.
So he's actually thinking of taking them to court. So see what happens on that one.
That'd be interesting. He's got more support.
So yes, Scouse is about. Get in the room, Scouse, for God's sake. Where are you?
No.
Talking of the man Scouse, if you haven't seen his rolling barrage video, very, very interesting. Don't watch the last 2 minutes of it because it's a bit of a tearjerker at the end. Even I bet you even The Rock would cry watching it.
Nah. The Rock doesn't cry. It's
very, very. It's a very, very good thing. And the other subject I'm going to go on, because obviously I said about this on the live stream last week, should we do a calendar for PTSD where we get all the bikers of YouTube to sort of unite, get some photos of us guys with the bikes and do sort of Harley for January, Honda for sort of February, Kawasaki and do different things through the year, get some sort of bikers together and do a calendar for.
Is this your subtle way of asking me to wear a mankini?
No,
Just
no. We were going to go down that route, and I thought, shall we do it? No, but
nah.
I've been approached by a certain couple of calendar companies and print companies, and obviously when they've watched the live stream and said, yeah, we're quite happy to jump on. And obviously we'll print the calendars. If you was to sell it for say £10, we take £5 of that for printing costs and give the other £5 to charity.
Brilliant.
That's good.
Yeah,
it's going to take me I'm not going to do it for this year because it's going to be a waste of time doing it for this year, but hopefully for 2022 we'll get some photos organized November, December. Just some shots of you guys with your bikes. I'll set up a thing where you can send them all to. Send them to this calendar company. They're going to put it all up, and they're just going to put worldwide bikers of YouTube PTSD awareness. And what I'm going to do is get them to actually forward the money to Scouse, and he can sort out how it all works out.
Brilliant.
That's a good shout.
Well up for that.
I'm up for that. So good. yeah, definitely worth sort of jumping in on that, and let's see what we can do for the boys.
Well, I have to. All right. So I'm a big PTSD awareness guy because of the military and dealing with it. And that's actually my most hated video. I did a little 30-second short clip about PTSD awareness, and it's like my most hated video. I had to laugh. I don't know. It just makes you kind of go, now who in the world is watching this that they're like, screw you or screw people with PTSD?
Yeah, I wonder what that was about.
Thing is, because obviously when I have my crunch, I talk about having sort of good days and down days. Yeah, I get some really crappy where I just can't be bothered to do anything days, because every day is different for me. Hopefully, sort of the last few months, I've had some really, really good ups and ups and ups, and it just gets better and better and better for me. We've had 3 bikes in this week, so I've got a VMAX in that I'm going to go out and ride hopefully in the next week. We've got the Suzuki Suzuki Intruders in, so we've got a nice big one of those. We've got a couple more bikes coming. The little Aprilia 125, that was a brappy little thing. We did the ride on that, and it was like for a 17-year-old that just wants to air around and impress his mates, you're not going to get better than that Aprilia. But we took 20, I think it was between about 20 and 22 inquiries today. And people just like, is the Aprilia still for sale? Yeah, where did you see it? Saw it on YouTube. Jesus Christ. And I said to the boss, if you realised how many people are actually looking at it, Paul, just a quick one. Paul was in this week. He actually came into our garage looking for some discs for his bike. So Phil at the garage basically went on eBay, printed all the numbers off, gave them to Paul. We sat Paul on the 675 Street Triple. And it's Kawasaki Pearl Green. They call it Triumph Green, but it looks like Kawasaki Pearl Green. Paul loves that bike. So he just said, don't be riding my Triumph Street Triple. That's mine. Yeah, he did like that bike. It is absolutely mint. That is on one of my videos. But yeah, it's yours, Paul. Give me some money. Stick a deposit on it.
Give me some. Give me the money.
Give me the money.
Give me the money. Give me
Show me the money.
Yeah, but we've got some really good ones in at the moment. And obviously the R1's there. We've got a ZX9, ZX6. But we've got a really good selection of bikes. And we tend to be very picky and choosy as to what we get in and what we can turn around really quick. We don't want something that's going to be sitting there for 6 or 7 months, eating up £25 a week in Auto Trader fees just for advertising the bike. So yeah, we've got some good ones in. But
your YouTube's free. YouTube adverts are free.
That's true. Yeah. Everyone watches my YouTube rides on them, and that's what normally sells them. Because the one thing about obviously Auto Trader, you can stick a photo on Auto Trader. This is my bike, but we do every bike that we do has a sale video to it, or every car has. And we walk around and like, this is it. This is the highlighted scratches. You know, it's got a couple of dings here. It's got a scratch there. Paint's a bit faded here. You know, you've got a little bit of rust down here. A lot of dealers won't do that. They'll just take a photo of the bike. It is what it is, mate.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. So, question. Did anybody watch the Bike Beards and Brews video today?
I was about to bring that up.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that one.
It?
Oh, yeah.
I've still got to watch it. I've still got to watch it. We're talking the Panhandler one?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because, G, how long ago I brought up about YouTube panhandlers and all that stuff?
Yeah.
We were talking. He's like, dude, it was so hard not to just name people because it's getting so bad up here in the States with these.
Oh, right.
And they're big.
I need to watch that.
I know. Give me money so I can go ride my bike, that kind of thing. So,
but it's big channels that's doing it. That's what we're laughing about. Literally get on there. Like there was one that he spent a month riding, partying. His dog got sick. Then he got on there and played the sympathy card to get everything for his dog. But then he didn't go. He didn't go home. He stayed out running the roads.
Yeah. That's right.
Panhandling motorvloggers.
Yeah. Buying new cars, buying new motorcycles, buying this, that, and the next thing, and saying, "Give me money for fuel costs and hotel fees." And
I know who he's talking about that because you see it all the time. That one posting stuff. Oh, thanks for sending me money for fuel. I'm like, but you went full time, so you got all the sponsorship, and you're like, pay for your fuel, like. Isn't that what the sponsorship money's for?
I think there's more to it in the background. To be honest, I don't think it's as good as what it's made out to be.
It's a lot harder than what people think.
Oh yeah. I mean, you right now you're probably creating videos for YouTube for fun, and out of enjoyment, and then all of a sudden when it becomes a job, the stress is on, isn't it? The pressure's on. Nobody watches the damn video, then you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
End of story. So.
With our sponsorship, all I was hoping to show is you don't have to be one of those big channels to get sponsorships.
Yeah.
You just have to create, good content, a good relationship, and help whoever you're wanting to get sponsored by. Once you're helping them, they're willing to get on board with you, even if you're a small channel growing.
Yeah, that's right, and that's how it should be. But unfortunately, numbers talk, isn't it? You know what I mean? And if you think of buy a GoFundMe page to buy who's in, if it was a Harley, it might have helped.
Oh, some good ones. Obviously, talking big magazine in the UK years and years ago. It was in the 80s. Exchange and Mart. I'm just going to bring one up because obviously, talking of people that sort of looking for money, Simon will know who I'm talking about. He's a Milton Keynes rider. Now, this guy's been riding. I've actually met him a couple of times. Rides for a living, goes backwards and forwards to work. He doesn't sort of just not a summer rider. He rides all year round. Going down the local road and a car pulled out on him. He was in collision with a Seat Ibiza. Simon will know who I'm talking about. And it was a local dad. Now, obviously, he had some major injuries. I'm just going to put this up on the screen so you can see it. Why am I in a prize draw? Go away, bugger off.
Hit the X button. Hit the X button.
Hit the X button. So here we go. So family of a dad of two left paralysed following a motorcycle accident where a car pulled out on him. Set up to do an appeal because obviously he's paralysed from the waist down. Never going to ride a bike again. He's devastated. He's not going to get back on his bike, and the guy's only 32.
dear.
But it was on his way to work, 10 to 7 in the morning. He's ended up with a shattered pelvis and a spine after emergency surgery. And obviously, huge motorbiking family. Now, obviously, that Facebook page has gone nuts. But he started a GoFundMe. So he's got 1,635. He's only asking for 5,000. Now, the 5,000 he wants is just so that he can modify his house so that he can move around. It's not sort of, I want to go on holiday.
Yeah.
You know, he just wants to have a sort of a quality of life until the insurance obviously pays out. But I can't believe, you know, he's got that little for the amount of bikers that are in our area. Simon knows how many bikers are in our way. If every biker in Milton Keynes was to chuck a tenner in there, they'd do that in a day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw. I think right now things are a bit different. You know what I mean? I'm not. I think with COVID and the amount of people that have lost their jobs over the last 12 months, people have tightened the belts up a bit more right now, and giving money to charities sometimes can be a bit of a sore spot. I totally understand what you're saying, but charity does start at home a lot as well. You know what I mean? If people have got families who are struggling, they'll be looking after them first before they start. I'm not against it. I'm just saying that that's really why it hasn't been up as fast as normally. So,
I mean, I don't want to start standing on my soapbox and that, but we are one of the richest countries in the world, and we've got a brilliant NHS service and all the rest of it. And I can't believe somebody in that position has got to go and try and raise his own money to adapt his house just so he's got a quality of life. I think that's disgusting myself.
Yeah, you're totally right. When my mother was ill, we had to apply to the council to get the house modified for a wet room and, you know, like to get everything kind of lowered because she accessed in a wheelchair. And it was taking months for it to come through, but it was the government who were going to pay for it. I didn't have to apply. I didn't have to start up a GoFundMe page or anything for my mother, you know.
No, that's right.
So you're totally right, Simon. You're totally right. So.
Yeah, sorry. I don't mean to stand on my soapbox about it, but
No, that's
you're
right.
totally right.
Yeah, because obviously the other thing, obviously me and Scouse were chatting about it when I jumped on his live stream about a month ago, and I said to him, you know, it's great. We've got probably one of the best, richest countries in the world. Loads of people are coming here, and it's probably the same in the States with you, Hells. You get people travel to your country, come in. In the UK, you're given a free house. You're given money, you're given food stamps, you're looked after. But our poor guys that serve in the military come out after 20 years, can't get a house, can't go straight into a job, they can't get any benefits because they've given up a working job. And I think that is totally the wrong way round.
Yeah. Right now
we do things backwards.
Yeah, right now you just walk across the border and you get the housing, you get the food stamps, you get free education, you get free health care. And then these guys that, you know, we spent a lot of time in war, and it takes us freaking 3 or 4 months just to see a doctor.
Yeah.
So
we're good.
Yeah, all right, we won't get into that. That's one.
No, you move on. I can see this conversation going in a certain direction now where everybody's
totally
Fucked up.
I think Jim just nailed it on the head.
Yeah. And many are dealing with the PTSD as well. Yeah, so obviously loads of people. I've still got loads of people watching this. You know, we're an hour in. We're doing pretty darn good here.
Well, it's just not.
Nobody got a bed to go to. Come on.
It's not just PTSD. It's a way of life. You know, we're used to this way of life, and we're getting thrown into normal society. We're not used to normal society, and they're not. At the time, they're not doing anything to transition you back into being a civilian. So a lot of people struggle with that, trying to fit into normal everyday life when everything for them was structured, you know, and planned out.
Right. Okay.
So, and you know how society has become. You can't. You kind of got to watch your back on everything when you come from.
Right. So I have a question. about all that. Right. And so if you do serve, say I've never been in the military, but say you in the States you do 4 years or 8 years, two tours. You leave the military, and do you leave with a pension right away if you retire from the military?
Wow.
No,
Not in UK, you don't.
no.
Yeah, but in the
If
US,
you are able to draw a paycheck, it like mine, I can't start drawing until 62.
right? So you don't get your military pension until you're of pensionable age.
Right.
That's what I mean. And so it's the same in the UK because I didn't know if you could when you retire from the military, say in your 30s or your 40s, you're able to take that pension because you have retired from that service. Right? Okay. Right.
In the UK, yeah. So they've just because I've just retired, didn't I? So depends on what pension scheme you're on.
Yeah.
So I started on the 76 pension scheme, and then they moved us
Right.
on to the 2015, which is what they've done with the police force and everybody else. So the younger
Right.
lads now that are joining up, they can't get their pension until they hit pensionable age. So they could do 22 years or whatever, but they won't get a lump sum and all the rest of it. Whereas people like Scouse and myself, we get our pensions, we get our lump sum, we get our pension when we've done 22. So
right. See, I was part. I'm part of. I was part of a final salary pension scheme that was called the 55 and 30.
Yeah.
So it's like age 55 with 30 years service.
Yeah.
So then, and I could retire at 55 with a full pension from my company.
Yeah.
So
that's what they.
So
Yeah.
is that the same idea? Right. Okay.
So that's what they're doing now. Yeah, switching them over to that. Yeah. So people in the police force and stuff. Yeah, they've got to work till 55. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's why when I see all like the guys in the States, you know what I mean, like obviously like homeless and looking for like from PTSD and like trauma from like serving abroad, you know, I think to myself, well, if the government aren't getting anything, why can't they just withdraw their pensions early to help themselves? You know, you know, coming from why can't they just say to them, well, here, have the pension you're entitled to. If you're only 40 years old just now, why can't you just have it and then that'll help you get on your feet?
Especially if you're homeless and you need it to put a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just rather give it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could, it would not be good to take the pension early to get yourself set up. Then you could work for a private company. You'd get a private pension. Then it would see you until you were 65, and you'd get the pension from the private company. That's just that's the way I think, you know. So because if I knew that I could, I've worked for a couple of companies working abroad and stuff. If I could withdraw a pension from one of my companies, not right now, but I could take it, put it into a lump sum, and try to invest it so I could retire early at maybe like 50, if I could. But America's totally different, so.
Yeah, different ball game, isn't it?
Yeah, we're screwed up. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are messed up. Talking about America, guess what got announced today?
What?
What's that?
We're allowed to go back to America from the 8th of November.
Yay. I'm going to have a quick smoke break. I shall be back in 5 minutes. Don't get me banned.
Right. So, Hellbelly, just to let you know, I'll be in Florida either the last week in November or the first 2 weeks in December.
Ooh. Have you got to be jabbed up or anything, have you? Or
double vaccinated, man.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, America announced today, didn't they? They've opened up for double vaccinated people when you've got to have a negative PCR 72 hours before you fly. Yeah,
that's right. So I'm going to fly into Boston. I think if my wife's watching this right now, she might be. And then I'm going to take the flight from Boston down to Orlando and enjoy some winter sunshine. So
that sounds like a plan, that.
Yeah, it's the perfect time of year right now.
You're right. So the master plan. We haven't been away on anybody from the UK. I haven't been on holiday since February 2020. So I'm going to go across and I'm going to hire a bike in Florida and I'm going to maybe have a couple of weeks of bike riding over there. So
sounds like I need.
Where are you hiring the bike from?
I'm going to hire it from Eagle Rider, Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're actually
Orlando Harleys, where I usually go. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Orlando or Seminole?
where we stay.
It ain't that too far. Jeez.
What's it?
I'm just
Exeter.
convenient.
Yeah, Exeter rider just wanted to know. He's just said in the side chat, wants to know what cameras we use. Is he on? You on about webcams? Are you, or you on about cameras when we're on our bikes?
Let's
See what he
see.
says. Yeah.
I think
I'm
we're
using
all-
I'm on my phone at the minute. What about you, Gav? You on your phone, are you?
well, right now
Yeah.
I'm on my iPad at the moment
Yeah.
because I'm in Africa at the moment.
He said yes. What? Yeah, I think he means yeah. What we using at the minute?
Webcams.
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 I'm on an this is iPad, baby.
Yeah.
I'm on my GoPro right now.
Ah.
I have no idea what the make of mine is. So yeah.
How did you get your what GoPro you on, Hillbelly? How you got that set up?
I'm on 9.
yeah.
I just ordered a 10.
Oh, right. And you can use that as a webcam then?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of funny if you look here. I created this little studio because actually G was the first live show I started doing.
Yeah.
He was actually the first one ever I've been on, and then it's kind of evolved into this little studio now with all these lights in the background and everything going on.
He's got LEDs and he's got a pole in the background from there's his pole dancing for his OnlyFans. You know,
hey, money is money, all right? Just remember that.
Yeah. It don't matter how you earn it. Yeah.
What, $10 for see him shake his ass? Nah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Harley's is expensive, so you got to do what you got to do.
Well, that's for sure. You know what I mean? That is for sure, but that is not an image that I'll ever want to ever have in my head. You on a pole for dancing for $10.
No.
Well, I bet
$10 not to see
it. Have money. Shut your OnlyFans account down.
Hey, I did finally get up to a certain level. I got my merch store up and running last night. So
I seen a picture this morning. Have you got a T-shirt out?
Yep. I got the merch store up and running because we had a bunch of people asking for them, and I'm like, I was trying to do it in a way that was the least expensive as possible for everybody.
Right. Okay.
Like if you follow my stuff, I'm not big on my followers or fans having to pay for stuff.
Like, I'll take it for free.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's cool, man.
I'll tell you right now, I make $1 on every shirt, and my plan is to donate all of that to the Mission 22, which is the PTSD stuff.
Oh, right.
For
superb.
I just try to keep everything as cheap as I could.
No, good on you, man. That's awesome. You know, that's awesome. You just what's your master plan with your merch? Are you just going to do T-shirts? Are you going to move on to hats? Are you going to
right now I got
beards for Jim? I don't
know. Right now it's just shirts and hoodies, and I got pint glasses just because I thought that was cool, so I had to get myself a glass.
Cheers.
And the gaiters, the neck covers.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. But, you can bring a hoodie for me into Florida.
Yeah.
You know.
Charge him double, or you get undressed and start climbing the pole. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Simon. I really do not want to see that.
You got to do it, Hellbelly. You got to do it.
Well, OnlyFans.
See, right now I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and come next year I'm moving to Tampa, Florida.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
You're going to see Tom Brady.
It has to do with the partnership with Suspension Technologies. They're in Tampa, Florida. So I'm going to go back to Tampa, Florida and run out of there.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'd be nice, huh?
Yeah.
You're going to see Tom Brady, really. That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all the reason I go to Tampa is go see the Bucs.
You know what? The Tampa is actually the known internationally for, right?
What's that?
Adult films.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why Tom Brady went down there to retire.
Yeah.
This is where the
Adult
only
films.
fans comes
The
from.
majority of your adult entertainment is coming out of Tampa.
Bloody hell.
Having
So
stayed in a
gotta
hotel
go
in
there
Tampa,
and
I
do
can
my
believe
side
it.
business while I'm at it.
Well, I'll let you know near the time, but Sarah and I will be there. We'll be at Tampa Bay. I think we're going to go. I hope she's on watching this. She can tell me the game we're going to go see as well. There's a couple of games on for the Bucks to go watch during December, and I haven't checked the calendar.
Yeah, let me know, and we'll see if we can't get together. If you're going to Tampa, I'd love to take you over to Spencer Technologies and let you guys tour that, let you see.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Their facilities.
Yeah, I'm gonna when I get over, I'm gonna message Blockhead. And say, do you want to do a dual vlog?
Oh,
go and see Shade.
Answer off.
Go and see Shade Tree.
I must say, while Red Bomb's missing, we're not doing enough to try and get his channel banned, are we?
Man, I just talked about the adult industry.
I know. We're talking about OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Where you really make the money on YouTube, you know?
No, yeah. Nah, I think you'd have to do something seriously bad in this live stream to get him banned. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
especially
you get naked.
Well, Jim, you have to.
Oh no!
That's shame. Did you just stop it? Did you just forget to stop at your beard and keep going over the top of your head at the same time?
Yeah, the whole lot. I've done the whole lot. I'm what do you call it? What they call it when I identify as a I'm not a male or a female anymore. I'm a tortoise.
Toaster.
I don't know what. Toaster. Yeah, I identify as a toaster.
I was going to say I identify as a motorcycle. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
You identify as Eddie Hitler now, yeah?
Yeah, Eddie Hitler.
That's brilliant. It's funny. You got it. You got the look to a T, mate.
It was like when my
yeah, potato. That's me. I'll just put my thumb up. There he is.
It was like when my bike was like leaking oil. I said it's not leaking oil. It identifies as an oil derrick. All right.
That's it. Yep. Oil derrick. Oh God.
Yeah.
So what is happening with your bike anyway, Mr. Hillbelly? What's going on?
I got a lot of stuff over to the ceramic coaters.
Right.
I got a new custom exhaust being built right now.
Cool.
And we are, when I say we, you know who I deal with when it comes to power. We are on the drawing board for a new stroker, M8 stroker motor design.
Okay.
That thing.
So your exhaust system, are you going from a 2-to-1 or are you sticking to the 2-to-2?
I was already running 2 and the 2 and the 1. I just ran.
I
just ran a ghost pipe with mine.
Right.
But no, what the problem I'm having with running that bigger cubic inch is we can't find anything that dissipates heat well enough.
Yeah, that's right.
So we have a ceramic coater that we've been dealing with that says he has a new way of doing it that should cut down the heat on my exhaust, because that's where most of my heat was coming from, was out of that exhaust. So we're actually ceramic coating the exhaust. Right. I want to kind of doing a design where it matches the rest of everything else we've done, where we did black and gunship gray.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that with the exhaust too, just to see what it looks like, see what we can't come up with. So
I have a question, right? You know how have you ever seen those things called the love jugs?
Yeah.
Right. And no, this isn't an OnlyFans request, Rev Bomb, before you say anything. Right? These love jugs, would they not be any good to take the heat away?
I mean, I guess.
I've run
my motor, 120 plus degree weather
Yeah.
for hours on ends, and never had a problem. I'm not saying they don't help. Anything will help, especially when you're building the motors and you're taking away the oil cooling out of the heads and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
anything will help. My thing is that like to some of the people I've seen it is the fact that you actually had the fuel mixture too lean to begin with, and then that motor got so hot that it just completely leaned it out to where you hurt your rings and everything out of it.
So could you not increase the core size on the radiator?
We don't have radiators.
No, you know what I mean. I'm talking about the oil cooler. That's what I meant.
Oh, the oil cooler?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually make kits with bigger oil coolers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could increase the core size on that, and it would probably help. But I don't know how much it would help. But just out of curiosity.
But here's my thing: I am so hard on my equipment. And I run it in extreme weather, and I don't have that problem. So there had to be something else that went wrong. Why you burnt down your motor?
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not saying don't put them on because they gotta help. No.
I'm just trying to think of ideas that would help take your heat away from your engine. That's all.
Don't stop. Just keep going.
a big effing fan at the front of it.
But I don't know. But at the same time, they need to realize that's what happens when you go to bigger motors. When you start messing with that stuff, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
Like you're putting more stress. You run. It's just part of owning something like that. Yeah, I guess that's my view. It's just a part of. I put that in the cost of owning something like that.
Yeah, I'm just going to answer Paul here. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, Red Bomb cigarettes are this big.
A yard of fag.
Yeah.
Were you smoking John Player specials or something?
I just answered it actually. Neighbours were out just chatting about having a party night round ours. We've got some really good neighbours now. Obviously, we used to have a little old dear live next door. She passed away about 4 months ago. Obviously, we got a young family in next door, really nice people, Ben and Zoe, 3 kids, and obviously we tend to we go out for smoke breaks, so we tend to text the neighbours or they'll text us cigarette break. So we go out. We're going to have an adults' night where we just sit and just do party games and not spin the bottle.
Leave your keys in this jar.
And this is the other YouTube channel he talks about.
Are you in Tampa?
Talking of that, because obviously I do most of the social media. Gav's got me into TikTok now, and it's really working well. I'm enjoying it. I'm actually getting all bikes now. It's like 100% bikes now. Great. I've scrolled through, like you said, get him out of the way.
get the shaking asses out of the way.
Yeah. But obviously, I get some really weird requests come through on my Twitter from people that I've never heard of, and unless you're a biker, you're not getting on my channel. I don't want to. I had one this week. Come join my new channel, blah blah blah, and I thought, all right, we're going to have a look. Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. Hells might know because she travels around the States. She's called Gina West.
Hang on. How come you automatically say Hells might know? All right.
Yeah.
Because I do sketchy stuff and I go to sketchy places, I automatically should know. All right.
She travels all the places that you travel. I'm like, oh, okay. And I went and obviously tweeted her name and I went back onto her Twitter feed and I'm like, block. Not interested.
You'll find out that Hellbell will be moving next door to her in Tampa Bay next year.
AG, you run ape hangers, right?
Yep.
Have you run a T-bar setup yet? A true T-bar setup?
Nope, never run a T-bar.
All right, so I couldn't ride a bike without ape hangers. I can't ride factory handlebars. They aggravate the crap out of me. So I went and tried a Kraus T-bar setup.
Uh-huh.
World of difference. Like the world. Like,
do you not find them a bit narrow though?
No, you can get them as wide as you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Okay.
I'm about at the same width as my ape hangers were. Except I'm running a T-bar setup, and it changes. I mean, it's blown my mind the feel and the comfort level having a T-bar setup versus ape hangers.
Right. Okay.
Like I've noticed. I was just wondering if you've rode anything with a true T-bar setup.
No, never. I was going to buy a bike with T-bars last year, but I changed my mind. Not because of the T-bars, just that bike just happened to have them, and everybody says like they call them club bars over here. The club scene over here usually puts them on the bikes, but no, I've never ridden it. The only thing that I can think of that would be totally different is it's like handlebars. They have a degree of flex on each side. If you've got a true T-bar, it would be kind of like less flex, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So you've probably got more feedback from your steering. That's all I can think,
The reason I went with the Kraus is because all their vibration dampening is in the top of the T-bar setup versus down on the actual top of the triple tree.
Right. Okay. Right.
So you have like little to no vibration.
Right.
In your actual handlebars.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Right. Okay. Yeah.
And I've noticed I've gotten a lot more aggressive running a T-bar setup versus run my apes.
Right. See, I could ride my bike without apes now. I think I get more control over riding my bike with ape hangers. I even think I'd put ape hangers on Jim's bike.
Yeah. It's I'm the same way. It's like the higher I can get the bars up, the more feel, the better control I have of that bike.
Easier to steer.
Yeah.
It is. There is obviously a couple of things that ZZRs, a lot of the ZZRs have those drop handlebars, being a full-on race bike. And one of the guys was complaining on the ZZR owners page. He said, I can only go 40, 50 miles, and I end up with a numb backside. My shoulders hurt. I get tingling in the fingers. And someone said to him, actually go for the straight bar conversion. And he's tried that. And he said it's a totally different machine. It rides a lot better. It's more comfortable. And obviously GTRs. Simon, have you got bar risers on yours, Simon?
No, mine are standard.
So Simon's got the standard. His is actually a newer version. If you watch the first run at Super Sausage, I actually say his is the concourse version. Mine's the GTR 1 because obviously mine's on a 59 plate, but I've got 50 mil bar risers on mine. The standards on them are normally 25 mil, but if you go for the 50 mil bar risers, you have to do the whole braking system. You have to have the extender blocks that go on the back of the 50 mil risers. You have to rebleed all the brakes. But that rides like an absolute. Well, you can see from if I move my head that way,
you can see it. Yeah,
you can see how far they set up, and it's literally like having a set of ape hangers on the bike, but it is so comfortable and it steers so good.
See,
so
I'll have to let you have a ride of my one and give that a little review.
Is Simon's seat lower than your seat, Red Bob?
I feel about the same. I've got it's not like a king and queen seat. It's more like a Corbin seat, but mine's got the GTR 1400 emblazoned across the back. But the best bit is it's heated as well.
Ooh, very nice.
The only reason I was asking is because Simon's bars are our standard height for whatever they are. If they're quite comfortable, then the seat might be quite lower. That gives it the good ergonomics for riding the bike.
My seat is the gel touring seat, but I don't believe it lowers it any. So it's about 82 inches or whatever it is.
Okay.
Or not 82, but yeah, it's the standard height. So
standard height, right? Okay. Yeah, Jim's going to put 23-inch hat.
I'm gonna what?
The only problem with the new Harleys is when you start doing that, you have to go and hook it to the computer to purge the APS module.
You have to do that with mine.
I hate it. I hate that. I tried to bypass it. It didn't work. I ended up having to put it on the computer and purge it.
Paul's just about, what if I put apes on a Sinister Ray 125? I mean, I might get some funny
You can
looks.
put ape hangers on any bike.
I'll tell you
try
what,
it.
just go Google ape hangers images and look at some of them, and there's some guys on there that their arms are up here somewhere.
Well, mine are 19, and I wanted 21s, and they wouldn't ship the 21s to me.
There you go.
You can put apes on a Sportster. I've done it.
She's talking about the Sportster S. She's talking about spending 14 grand on the Sportster S and then worried about me putting a set of 8 pounders on. Ooh.
Yeah, I had it set that when you take off, they flex so bad you'd be riding like this.
Oh, I love them. I love it, man. I love sitting there like that. You know what I mean? It's nothing better.
Turn into monkey bars instead of ape hangers.
Oh yeah, love it. Love it. I mean, you can.
Mayans MC comes to Essex, love it.
Oh my God.
Lions MC. Nope, and nope. Lions MC. I am the Lions MC of Falkirk.
Falkirk tractor, yeah.
Falkirk Lions. You know.
Oh, talking of club affiliates, MCs, and the patches. Did you see the 50cc rider that got into trouble in a petrol station?
No.
Did he have a Sons of Anarchy cut on by any chance?
He did. He did.
Fuck off.
He
Come
had,
on, it's a TV show. Get over it.
Right
Yeah.
through this world.
yeah, he pulled into the local the gas station to fill up on his little 50cc.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a bike; it was a scooter.
Oh no.
with all his levers on, with Sons of Anarchy and prospect patch and everything on it. And the real bikers pulled in behind him and pulled him up and said, "You either take that off and lose it, or you're gonna pay." Yeah,
Or
You'll
we're taking
pay.
it off. Yeah.
You'll take your scooter.
yeah,
Yeah.
My wife will use it to dry her hair. Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's ignorant. All right. So what I always did was I kept a shirt, like one of our shirts or something.
Yeah.
I was like, let me help you out. Why don't we trade shirts here?
Yeah.
And that was a better response with the public versus you better take it off or taking it from them. Like, hey, let me help you out. Let's trade shirts. I don't want you to get in trouble. And
Yeah.
it worked out a lot better.
No, I would never say anything to it. I would always try to be a bit more diplomatic if I seen it on the road. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just a TV show. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
The fact is, you know, I mean, we all wear merchandise from TV shows. You know what I mean? I could be walking around in Hell's hoodie. You know, it's just merch. You know, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but I get where the MCs are coming from. You know, so I do I understand it. So.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I was speaking to someone actually got caught up in the middle of an MC. I ended up in a, long story short, Daytona Beach. I ended up in a bar that was full of a certain MC that have wings on their jackets.
Oh, yeah.
And I was on a brand new Harley and everything else, and I had a hoodie from a bike group over here, which was round with a name in it, with my name at the bottom. And they sent one of their prospects over to talk to me to find out where I was from and what I was wearing. And unbeknownst to me, I just chatted to him and everything else, went in the shop, Hot Levers in Daytona Beach, went in the shop, came out, went across the road to the bar, went in the bar, and they all started talking to me. And then I realised what they were talking about. And I said, look, is my hoodie offending anybody? Because I'll take it off. And they looked at it properly and they said, actually, you're fine. You haven't got this, you haven't got that. Yeah, you're fine. We just wanted to know who you were. So,
Yeah. I was similarly. I went to that Ace Cafe last year in February, and there was another certain MC there at the same time. It wasn't the ones with the wings though. It was the other one that occupies Florida.
Yeah,
and and I had my GoPro and I was doing some filming for just random. I didn't actually have a YouTube channel at the time. I was just filming it for my own kind of. I'm on holiday, and I was filming it, and then one of the guys came up to me. He's such a gentleman as well, and he said, "Can I ask you to make sure you watch what you're filming, because some of us here have warrants."
Yeah. Yep.
And I went, okay.
Speaking of the Ace Cafe in Florida, I've been there as well. It is a really, really nice place, but it isn't a patch on the Ace Cafe in London. You can't get a greasy full English.
No, but you can get a massive slice of bread.
Yes. And did you go around their little museum with all the bikes and everything else? It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. I was disappointed they had a is it the 55 Club? I can't remember. Or the 50 Club, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think so.
The original club from the Ace Cafe that started off in the 50s, whatever it was.
Yeah,
they had a suite there dedicated for them, and I thought that was a bit much. I thought that's taking the brand and now we're exporting it, and it was a bit much. But as for the rest of it, the little tour around the bikes and everything else, which of course was free, and seeing all the history and that was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was fantastic.
There's a shop selling like the Ducati stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like all the kind of at the end, and we really liked it. I bought usual thing. I bought a hat and things and souvenirs as you do. But the best part, as my wife just commented, is the bread pudding.
Yeah, my Orlando Ace Cafe hat. There you go.
There you go. So
there you go.
Yeah. So that was what I'll be looking forward to that in December as well. I'll be there.
Yeah. Paul Keaton, I'm too scared to go to the Ace Cafe quite yet. We'll probably drop the bike and crash right outside. Loads of people do, Paul. Loads of people do. Don't worry about it.
I've actually been down there quite a few times because obviously my mum and dad got me into biking very, very early. And obviously when they got divorced, mum found a new partner. But she now has 2 BSA Gold Stars in the garage, DBD 34s. And obviously before her partner Peter died with prostate cancer, he had a bucket list. So bought the house, had a swimming pool put in the garden for mum so she could swim daily. But he'd always wanted a Vincent Black Shadow. Yeah, so we scoured the internet and we found one, and it was up, I think it was about £16,500. But it was restoration project, and we were thinking, it's a bike with wheels, just needs a bit of work, needs a bit of TLC. We actually went over to pick it up, and it was a frame and 6 boxes, 6 packing crates.
Oh,
wow.
And we spent, I think it was 6.5 weeks putting the bike together. And then it needed an oil tank. It needed, obviously, because I used to be a welder, TIG welder, fabricated all the tanks up for him. And we actually got the bike running after 6 weeks, wheeled him in. And by that time, he was in a wheelchair, wheeled him in. And he sat and just watched the bike running, cried his eyes out, finally got to sort but obviously 2 weeks after, he passed on. And he had a motorcycle sidecar coffin, so he went in the sort of sidecar, BMW sidecar. A lot of bikers went to it because obviously mum said I wanted it small and discreet, and someone let it slip that it was a funeral and it'd be nice for some bikers to join in. But he actually had his son ride the Vincent and the 2 Goldies behind, so he had his 3 favourite bikes with him. And mum said to me, she said, I wish I would have videoed it. And I went, no, don't ever video it. Keep it as a memory. It's better in your head than it is on video. But but his son has still got the Vincent. He's kept the Vincent, and mum's obviously still got the 2 Goldies in the garage. She goes out riding on them, but she said to me, she went, oh, can you just turn them over and try and kickstart? I cannot kick that bike over for love or money, even with the decompression on. And I did it once and it bit me. It came back and bit my foot, and I've still got the mark in the back of my leg to prove it.
Wow.
Yeah. You need the proper big boots for that. Yeah, the Ace Cafe Club I was referring to, I've just put a link to Red Bomb, is actually the 59 Club. It was started by a guy called Father John back in 1959.
Right.
And a member of my group, you're a member of that group as well, Red Bomb Brap, on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
has
yeah.
a guy called Ian Atkinson in it, who rides an Indian, and he was one of the original members of the 59 Club. And
Right.
Father John, when he died a few years ago, left his Rocket 3 to Ian's son-in-law. So that
Right.
Rocket 3 still lives as Father John's bike. So a little bit of history for you. But
So-
Paul did say about going down to the Ace Cafe, and he's frightened to do it. Well, if you want to go down there one day, we'll do
come
it
with
during
us.
the day. Yeah, we'll go down there with you during the day on a Saturday or a Sunday. During the day, stick with us. We'll go down. I'll take you down there.
Yeah,
See the
cool,
sights.
like,
Yeah.
So I have a question, right? We're talking about bikes and like stripped down and boxes. Why is it that everybody of a certain generation has a bike in their garage? There's the frame, and there you are, son. Every bit of that bike is in a box in the corner.
There's always a
Why?
bit missing.
Why? Why did they strip it down in the first place to put it into a box?
It didn't work.
But why did it have to go down to the nuts and bolts to get it to work? It's the older generation that still don't understand it, because everybody I speak to say, "Oh, there's a bike in that garage and it's in like 4 cardboard boxes in the corner," and you go, "Why? Why did you do that? Why?" I don't get it. I don't know if it's a generation thing. I don't know. Maybe you guys can explain it. You've been a bit older than me, you know.
Boy, leave it out.
It's always
Don't
good.
let
It's
the grey hair
always
fool you. I've had hard life.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, it's always good to keep bits in boxes. We had one this morning because obviously we handed over a couple of bikes this morning. So the little electric went, the little electric scooter went this morning.
Right.
Our Titan, obviously the red Titan that I did the last prep on, the final ride before handover, did the final 2 miles this morning, went to turn left and the indicator went on me. The indicator switch broke on me and I'm like, no, this bike's being handed over in 2 hours. Got back in, banged in a warranty claim. I was like, crap, I need an indicator switch. The only thing is the parts have to come from Exeter. No chance of getting that in 2 hours. And they went, what should we do? Do we just give it to the customer, and they bring it back? I said, they can't, because they've got no working indicators. Sorted. And he went, what do you mean? I said, I've sorted it already. And he went, oh, for God's sake. And they call my shelf Steptoe's Yard. Because everything, I've got bits of everything on the back shelf. And I said to him, he said, how many have you got back there? I said, I've got 4 indicator switches, 2 headlamp switches, a horn button, 2 spare horns. I've got 2 lambdas. So I carry bits of everything. And he said to me, why? He said, if you've put warranty claims in. I said, yeah, because I always ask for a couple of extras just in case, worst case scenario. And that is the reason why. Better to change it. It literally took me 20 seconds. Pop it, 2 clips, pop the clip out, change the plug on the back, put it back in, job done. Bikes are good. And bike went. And I said to the guy, I actually said to him, I said, your indicator switch broke. And he went, oh, is it all right now? I said, changed it, job done. 100% happy. So that's the reason why we keep spares. But I've got boxes and boxes and boxes all marked on the back shelf with what bike it is, what parts, and I just tend to have the old 1, 2, 3, 4 and scratch a line through it, how many I've got left, and then rub it out, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 or 3 left.
Yeah, but that's spares. I'm talking about going and buying a motorbike and stripping it down and putting it into a box and then leaving it and saying that'll stay there for the next 30 years.
Yeah. You'd put it back together, wouldn't you? You'd put it back together.
I've been to like auto jumbles. Oh, this is my frame, son, from my old Triumph, and you'll go, oh wow, right, okay, right, I could maybe turn it into a chopper. No need, I've got every part for it right there in that box. And you go, why is it not on the frame? I get it. I know it's a hobby. Let's strip things. We're men. We like to take things apart and then pretend we can put them back together.
Yeah.
So
we take them apart so the wife can't sell the bike. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You can't sell it if I take it a bit. Nobody will want it.
That's true. I could probably assemble a motorcycle with all the bits I have. That's very, very true.
You probably can.
But it's we actually had Uncle Red if you follow YouTube, Uncle Red with the Vulcan, Simon will know Michael is. He calls it Jelly Bean. He actually came in. He brought his Kawasaki 650 Vulcan in this week. It was Tuesday morning. It came in, and he wanted a set of crash bars around the front of it, which meant you had to take the side panels off. You had to undo the main engine bolts, slide everything back on them. Oh yeah, that'll only take me 45 minutes. And he went, "Oh, brilliant, brilliant." Me and the other technician cracked on with it, got the bars on. He's coming to collect the bike, and I said to him, "It's all together, and that's yours." And he went, "What's that?" I said, "It's a bolt. It's a bolt head." And he went, "Where the hell's that from?" I said, "You tell me." I said, "When we were doing it," I said, "I could hear something rattling underneath. You've got where your water coolant bottle is. You've got a plastic cover that covers it underneath, stop it getting damaged." I said, "Well, when we actually brought it in, when we lowered the ramp did that and just wiggled. I could hear something rattling, so I undone the cover, and this nuthead fell out." And he went, "Well, where's it from?" I said, "I've got no idea, but there's your nuthead. It's up to you to try and find where it's from."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sounds like my bike.
I once sold a bike. I added money onto it, and he said, "Why are you adding that extra little bit on it?" I said, "Because I dropped the 10mm socket down there once, and I can't find it, so I'm charging you extra for a 10mm socket."
Yeah, I got that problem
Okay.
with bolts and nuts on my bike. I just tell people they stay in the same place and the bike moves. That's why I lose them. They come loose.
Is this for extra power? You know, being like, it's like weight saving. Just
Yeah,
shed
drop a
bolts
bit of
and
weight
Yeah.
while you're riding along. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not joking. I carry around a huge bag of nuts and bolts when I go on a road trip.
Well,
Well, that's
we're
the old
cable
joke,
ties.
isn't it? Yeah, that's the old joke, isn't it? Is 98% of Harleys sold are still on the road. The other 2% made it all the way home.
Yeah, there's friends of ours like, "Well, I'm just going to follow you around. Eventually, I'll have me a brand new motorcycle picking up all the parts you drop on the road."
Yeah.
I carry a box of cable ties in my box. Just in case.
Oh, come on. Being a biker who goes on trips, who doesn't? I mean, I do. Cable
Yeah.
ties,
Well, that's
yeah.
true. Yeah, cable ties for everything.
Cable ties, a couple of
Absolutely
good strong straps, and because you never know what's going to happen. You
Oh,
never
no.
know. We was on a
Spare
trip around
batteries
Germany.
for the spare batteries for the immobilizer. Oh Jesus, everything. Yeah.
My shifter is still epoxied on. I'm like, I'm not going to fix it. It works. I'll fix it when it breaks.
Well, you're not
I went
supposed to
to
fix things while they work. That's the opposite of fixing, isn't it?
I think you need to go buy a Goldwing.
I'd figure out how to break that one too. So
Right, just you go and sell that Harley and go buy a damn Goldwing. I'm now upset.
Yeah. Paul M, why is a 10mm socket the most sought after socket? Because it's the one you always need that you can't find.
Yeah.
It's a mechanic joke. Yeah.
That's it.
but the thing is,
you
we figured out why I was having so many shifter problems. So
why?
His boots were too big.
it's because the way my new gearbox is made.
All right, okay.
And so when I'm shifting gears, it's having to really slam it in there, and it just it puts a lot of stress on that front spline, and it just strips my shifter.
See, I thought you were thinking it was a kick. I thought you were trying to pretend it was a kickstart, hitting it too hard.
I don't even use a clutch. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's it. That's it. Get the damn Goldwing. Go buy the automatic Goldwing. That's what you're now entitled to.
No, I put that new primary system in, and we were out playing one day, and they're like, "Dude, we put that primary in there so you don't have to use the clutch to go up."
Okay.
I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So I started doing it. I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I talked to like Recluse and everybody. They're like, "Yeah, that's why that's in there. So it's made for strip, so you don't have to use a clutch to go upwards."
Quick shift. I like them.
It's a quick shifter, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I had an MT10 a couple of years ago, and that was amazing. Little Yamaha sports bike. Oh. See, when you were going up the gears, didn't have to use the clutch.
Right.
That was amazing. No, that's.
But you can't use it with factory Harley gears. I found that out because you'll either break the cog or you'll bend the cog.
Yeah.
Because where it's a straight cut.
Yeah.
Versus like grudge box and everything else, it's actually
Right.
cutting the angle for it to slide in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you grab the gear, you'll end up either bending it or actually breaking it in the transmission.
Oh.
I think that's the hard way.
Well, stop trying to turn your Harley into a kickstart. Stop breaking it.
Hey, see, if I break it, then if other people have problems, they're like, oh, it's because you need to do this because I've already broke the crap out of my bike.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just frustrate me.
don't even mention Euro 5.
Don't even mention Euro 5.
Oh,
Wait,
Nobody mentioned anything with Euro in it, full stop.
Yeah.
Jim, has your Kawasaki not got a quick shifter?
No.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I thought
Just
some
out of
of your
interest, you
Kawasaki.
can get them for the GTR, but I haven't got one.
All right, okay, right.
Oh.
Because I
You
know
can get
a
the
lot of your
aftermarket,
bikes are
yeah.
now come with it.
I mean, I can change gear. I can change gear without using the clutch and without damaging the engine or the gearbox, I believe, if I need to. I've changed up gear many a times. I'll never change down gear without using it, but you're in the middle of doing something, you need that gear. Just do it because I'm fiddling about with, I don't know, playing with my mobile phone or playing ping pong or something,
But gee, we were running 7-second passes on 8th mile tracks with that bike.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's some amount of power.
Yeah. Loaded down. Like floor pack, everything loaded down. 7-second passes with it.
Surprised it wasn't taken off. I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, because it's trying to keep it on the road.
Well, that's why I have to run it heavy because every time I try to lighten it, it won't stay on the road.
Yeah,
that's when you have to change your suspension. It'll wander all over the place. Yeah,
well, that's what I did with mine. I had to change the suspension as well because I just knew that putting all the extra power to the back end, it was just going to start kicking it out to the side. I mean, it's nowhere near the same kind of power as what he's kicking out in his M8, but for the big twin, it's a lot of power. So.
Well, see, we put the new suspension on it and it started hooking better. And what they're looking at right now is the frame is twisting around.
It's a European joke, Hellbelly. Just ignore them.
What it is, last year we had Euro 4, and then obviously we had, I think it was 12 bikes that were done by Lexmoto that we could obviously sell. Then they said, oh no, Euro 5 is coming in from January whenever. Anything that was Euro 4 either had to be registered to the people, obviously to the garage, which meant that the bike became second-hand when you sold it. Or you had to sell all that bike, derogated stock. You had to get rid of it really quick. Luckily, we went and regged all ours against the garage, which, because it's a garage, it doesn't include first owner because it becomes a trade sale, which meant that when the person bought the bike, it was a brand new bike. But obviously Euro 5 kicked in, and with all the Chinese bikes coming into the country, they didn't meet the emissions controls. They're very, very tight on the emissions control. So even a 125, and it was like, all right, so we've now got, I think, 7 bikes that were brought back in with the new motors Euro 5. And obviously everyone's going, oh yes, but all they've done is just strangled the hell out of the horsepower, tightened up the emissions. Someone's
I
playing
think
marbles.
Gavin's just fallen over. No, he's in the ice. That's what he is.
That's what I'm a nice maker.
Scotch and Coke. Yeah, but obviously they tightened all the emissions up. Now all the new bikes have cats built into the exhaust, catalytic converters. And people are going, yeah, but does that mean that people are going to go out stealing your exhaust for the precious metal in your exhaust? No, because the precious metal in your exhaust is probably about £4. There's no money in stealing bike exhaust for the cats in them. But they obviously just said Euro 7 rubber band power.
Yeah,
See,
big
on
cog on it to wind it up. Yeah.
Yeah, rubber band one. Yeah, Euro 6 would sound like George Jetson's car. LXR.
Nitro Rory, last
Yeah.
comment. There's a real shortage of Euro 5 Chinese stock. Is that right, Lexmoto?
Yeah.
Red Bomb?
Yeah, it is indeed. Yeah, we're absolutely stuck. I can't get. So obviously last year we had the Assault, the Iska, the LXR 380, and the 125. They brought the LXS and the LXR back out with the new SY motors in them. They brought out the Assault, which has only just come out. It's taken them 9 months to mod the engine to get it back to Euro 5 standard. But the biggest seller was the Iska, and they still can't get a Euro 5 Iska motor for it. But now they've started pushing the electrics. Now, we were selling them at $21.90 all in. They've just hiked the price by £400 to $2,590. So, yeah, so absolutely, it's strangling everybody, and it's not just Lexmoto. It's all the brands as well. So KTM, Yamaha, Kawasaki, everybody is struggling to get bikes in.
I have heard the prices of bikes are going ridiculously high at the moment. Even second-hand are starting to go up now. So
yeah.
It's not just bikes; it's cars as well. It's cars
as well. Yeah.
You talk about catalytic converters. So we cut these sections out of the factory pipe, head pipe. You gut it and then put a new section in. And these Harley head pipes, once you take the catalytic converters out, it's one of the best running head pipes you can put on the new M8 motors. As long as you take everything out of it. It flows really well.
Yeah.
But right here is your heat source with the factory.
That's a pipe and a half, that thing.
But our checks are nowhere. Sorry, the checks in America are nowhere near as strict as what they are here in the UK. Well, in the UK,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're controlled by emissions and everything.
Not on motorbikes yet. Not on motorbikes yet.
Yeah.
I'll say yet. Yeah. But
yeah.
there's the MOT tester up there in the corner. I'll ask him.
Pass and advise.
That's what happened.
Hello.
Yeah. I literally rolled it out of the showroom, went back there to my buddy's toolbox, and gutted these things before I even drove home from the village.
By the way, everybody, this is an example of Hellbelly's OnlyFans. This is what he shows on it. He's pipe. He gets his pipe out on his OnlyFans.
He's got quite a big, impressive pipe. If you want to,
it's a gaper.
You want to see my pipe?
Is this a show and tell on pipes now? This has become. Well, we can do that.
Yeah. It's got a lot of girth.
yeah. Exeter's just said it all. So obviously the Euro 4 LXR 380 compared to the LXR 380 Euro 5 is in. That is strangled to hell. It's absolutely strangled to hell. We've sold one and it was awful. Still a good ride, but it's so restricted. It's like riding a 125 again. But obviously Exeter knows because he's ridden quite a lot of them. All the bikes that I've ridden, this new one that's come out now, this Lonsin Vogue, it's obviously marketed by Lexmoto, but the brand name is Lonsin, and it's such a bike for a 500cc tourer. It blows like the NC 750 out the water. It blows the Sinis Terrain out the water. It comes with a full touring pack on it. You can't beat it. And obviously for 5k, you're chucking 5k into a bike. You can't beat it. And obviously Exeter knows because he's ridden one. I've ridden one. I think we were the only two that actually got a bike to actually demo ride because they were in such high demand. The first batch were I think it was 12 in the first batch that had the panniers on. Exeter got one. I got one, and the others went to dealers and obviously sold straight away. And my Vogue video, I think it's a huge amount of people that have watched my Vogue and Exeter's review as well, and we're the only two that are doing it. So yeah, Vogue was a brilliant bike, and it's still going strong. They've just launched a 650 version now as well.
We got Setzer. You ever watch Setzer Pendants?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the house right now.
Is he? Oh, let me bang that.
Hey,
Let's bang the StreamYard link up again for him. So, yeah. Do you want to know anything bike related?
Bomb's paid for StreamYard now. He wants as many people in as possible.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than going to watch OnlyFans, isn't it?
Yeah, Setzer's got some great videos, like Ghost Tour video stuff out of Texas.
Yeah,
if you get a chance, go watch it. It's pretty good. He's really good at editing. Like I have to put him in like probably the top 3 editors I've seen so far with footage and stuff. If you have a question about video and editing, hit him up.
32. Yeah. There we go. That's how many came into the country. There was 32. Yeah. Chismatic. So yeah, 32 bikes came into the country, and obviously me and Exeter were the only two to get a demo ride on them. So just shows, obviously the brand it's a new brand, but it's selling about shed loads at the moment. I'm not going to sort of put a finger on how many it's selling, but it's really moving its product now. Oh, he's about to go ride out. Just wait for my girlfriend's baby dad to pick up the kids. And they're off to Paris.
I'm really, really, really wanting to say it in the voice that I read that. I was pick up my girlfriend's baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
Baby daddy. Baby daddy. Baby daddy. Sorry, man. That's exactly how I read that. Just waiting for my girlfriend, baby daddy, to pick up the kids. Okay. I have to throw that one in there.
Oh, bless.
God. Yeah, his editing's really good. I watched a couple of his videos recently, and his editing's spot on. So
close, Garth. Garth.
That's just because you can't spell because you speak Texan.
Ooh. Yeah, but his gun is bigger than yours.
It sounds like Red Bull's been looking again, doesn't
it?
Yeah. El Belly's got the biggest pipe. Yeah.
Yeah.
El Belly's got the biggest pipe, and he's spitting his tobacco into his bottle. Nasty, man.
But who's got the quickest bike off the mark?
Oh,
let's find out.
Let me go down there.
Me.
Yeah.
I'll still put the Harley against it. I ain't scared.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not scared either. I'm well up for that.
Come on, what's the 0 to 60 times? Come on, lads. What's the 0 to 60 times? Come on.
7 days.
60.
7 days.
0 to 60 mile an hour from standstill. Come on.
Let me have a look.
All I know is I can run out to 90 mile an hour in the first gear at 6,500 RPMs.
There we go.
That's pretty good for a Harley.
What bike's yours, Jim?
Oh, mine's slow. I've got a KLV 1000 now, and I.
Oh, it's the KLV 1000, right? Let me have a.
Oh, here we go. Mr. Rave Bob.
Here we go.
That's 2 weeks, 3 days.
Yeah.
Just now, I'm gonna go do a video of 0 to 60 on my bike, just for Rev.
Yeah.
Right, the KLV series.
I'm going to do one and post it as well. So yeah.
Right.
Hashtag 0 to 60.
7.2.
Ooh, it's slow.
Kawasaki Concourse. What do you think it is, Simon?
It's about 3.6.
3.8. You're not far off.
Oh, close. Yeah.
God.
And that's only because you've got to go from first gear to second gear, because first gear pins out at about 59 mile an hour. So yeah.
Highest accelerating bike. I can't believe that. Nah. 2.1.
Who's that?
Damon Hypersport.
Oh.
That's that electric thing. That's the 200. That's the one that
it would be, wouldn't it?
Diesels. Yeah, Diesels keeps going on about it. 200 brake, 200 mile an hour, 200 mile range, 0 to 62.1.
We can't involve electric motorcycles or electric cars, right? That is just cheating.
No. That's cheating. I agree.
Cheating.
Yeah, it's cheating.
That's not fair. Totally. So, I mean, that's fully automatic.
I still think 3.8 seconds to 60 is respectable. So, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Still not the fastest. The H2. What do you think the H2 is?
3 seconds.
2.8.
Oh, score.
Yeah, Yamaha. Now, this is hilarious. Yamaha VMAX 2.5.
Bloody hell.
Suzuki the Suzuki Hayabusa, but it has to be the 2002 model onwards. 2.47.
Fuel injection.
Fastest bike of all time and still holds the record at 2.35. It's the GSXR 1000.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was just
that
racing bike with launch control, isn't it? So, yeah.
See, the issue you've got with bikes like Hellbellies and mine is it's keeping the power down.
Yeah.
It's all the torque that's coming through them. They're built for torque. At the minute, you just the thing. I don't know what his does, but mine just wants to go sideways. I mean, that's all it does. It just if you go on it too hard, it just basically the back wheel just wants to kick out to the side. I don't know what his is like, but that's what mine wants to do all the time. Especially if you do that.
Yeah, it's the same as the like the Rocket 3 as well. That's exactly the same.
Same idea. Yeah, it's the same idea. Yeah.
Paul Keys, KLV, I bet it's orange. Is it orange, Jim?
Yeah.
It is orange, yeah. It's a big,
It is orange.
Well done, Paul.
big pumpkin. This
Put
is
some
time
black
for
stripes on
Halloween.
it. It'll sit right in.
A big pumpkin.
It's a big pumpkin.
Just think you can go around like with an orange suit on, Jim, and go, "You'll be tangled."
Don't. You know what? I've got an Alpine Stars jacket that's orange. I haven't worn it yet.
I think that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
I want to
still on
see
it.
that in the photo shoot for the PTSD calendar. I want to see that in the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Orange jacket. What in the bum bag, the fanny pack.
Yeah.
Oh, the fanny pack as well. Yeah.
Get a fanny pack out.
Bike, you know.
Hang on, I've got to do.
Is Hellbelly fell asleep? No, all right, okay. So
No, I got to keep up with social media.
Keeping up with social media. You know what I mean? I thought you didn't do social media. You're not. What was it you called? What was it you said? Bikers who. I can't remember what you said.
There we go. Just so you don't.
We're bikers
so you
who
don't
do
miss
social
out.
media, not social media bikers.
Right. Okay. That's it.
There's
Right,
one for
okay.
Jim. If I've managed to find you the Tango advert with the orange man.
No, yeah.
Dear.
You've been tangled.
That's quality, wasn't it?
Oh man! Imagine those adverts.
Yeah, but you've got to be a certain age to understand that advert, haven't you? You really got to be a certain age for it. But yeah,
You wouldn't
Oh,
get
I'm
away
sure
with
it's
that now,
illegal
would you?
now.
They're all abused now. You know what I
Nah.
mean? Abuse and.
Too many snowflakes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it
we
in your
was.
hair
Aye.
I don't know if you've noticed. I think it's channel 135 on Sky, or 180 or something like that. We was actually flicking around the channels last night, and we found the Kenny Everett video show. It's back out.
no.
Kenny Everett.
Oh, that'd
who's
be
that?
quality.
Kenny,
Yeah.
Kenny Everett video
Wow.
show.
Yeah.
He does this like General Patton army guy with the big planks on the shoulders with all the epaulets on
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
And he's
right.
like, he said, he goes on about the foreigners, and he went, yeah, and he's got typical American accent, and he's like, yep, he said, we're going to get them all up, we're going to get all the foreigners together, we're going to round them up, put them in a field, and bomb the bastards.
That's it. Yeah.
A bit excessive.
Fucking brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, Kenny Everett. Those of you in the UK, Kenny Everett, favourite character, Cupid stunt.
Cupid stuff. Yeah,
yeah. Sid Snot.
it's not.
Sid Snot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Gizzard
Cupid Stump is
puke,
always in
isn't
the
it?
best possible taste. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Quality.
Sid Snot. Captain Kremen.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's back out on Sky if you fancy. Like that was hilarious
yeah.
watching that last night. It's on it. It's on every night, 9 o'clock.
You can watch that. I'll stick to Disney Channel.
I'll tell you what, if they brought Kenny Everett back, perhaps if they brought Kenny Everett back, perhaps they'll bring Alf Garnett back as well. So,
Yeah.
Right. Remember how I
Up
said
the
you
hammers.
guys were all starting to show your age?
Yeah.
Listen here, you little whippersnapper.
In my day,
I used to come here where it was all fields.
That's right.
Let me see if I
So-
can find.
I have another question for Mr. Hillbilly, since he is doing all these weekly interviews. Who are you interviewing next, my man?
This Monday, I have a guy with named Jeff. He owns a company called After Hour Concepts. They do
All
custom paint, customization. That's why I was laughing. Is I'm following people's Instagram. You know, that's at Biketoberfest.
Yeah.
Baggers and Brews just posted a thing about some, awesome bikes and painting. Well, it's the bikes that this guy has painted that they're
Right.
like drawn over. I'm like, that the guy painted those bikes is going to be on the show Monday.
Right.
So, and then after, I guess the big one coming up is the week after. I have the 2 Lane Life crew coming on, and we're going to talk about
yeah, I've watched them.
long
Yeah,
distance
they're good.
riding and trips and planning trips and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
Yeah. No, that'll be good. Is this your new thing now? Like on a weekly basis, you're going to do like live streams and
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to have them all the time, but with my live streams, it's more of I'm bringing on people that I've created friendships with over this past year. Like,
all right, okay.
like these manufacturers and stuff with the parts I run and everything. So bring them on so if people can learn about it, if they need something, you know what I mean? Just something a little different. But that's pretty good that they're being that way with you and want to come on to your live stream. There's companies here in the UK that just don't want to do that. Yep.
So
yeah, Moonshine. We got a couple episodes of Moonshine going to come up.
Yeah.
There's just several different people that are more than willing to come on and talk and.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. No,
That's cool.
That's good going. Just that your live streams happen to be at a time when all us Brits are in bed.
I know I've got to figure something out because a lot of my followers want me to get on with people that I follow internationally.
Yeah.
So we got to get to a point to where I can get like you guys on, that way.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to do it at a different time or a weekend or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But I do have another segment that's coming out.
Right.
I started a thing called Small Channel Mafia, which was started a long time ago.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And every week I'm gonna start doing it on Fridays. It's just gonna be a video where I interview the guy and we go over stuff. But I'm gonna call it Find It Fridays.
Right.
So that people can go find these small channels, which I find funny now. Like everybody's getting on board about, small channel call outs. And I'm like, dude, I kind of drug my feet. I've been sitting on this concept for 3 or 4 months now, but with our schedule and what we've been doing, I hadn't had the time to actually sit down.
I shout out all the channels on my Instagram all the time.
Well, I'm talking about there's some stuff in here in the States that there's some channels that's doing it. I find, my opinion is, I find it is for them, it's another way to try to pull in viewers than actually what they're doing. I find some of them not being heartfelt for actually trying to help
promote.
Yeah, it's more of
I get that.
It's more of they found a way to draw in viewers from other segments. So, but yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
but I don't know. It's kind of funny because the people that we ran around and talked to have already they love the little small channel mafia thing.
I know exactly where you're coming from. It's either you've either got the genuine people out there who want to support you, or they're using the idea of your names to come onto their channel so people will draw traffic into their live stream or whatever. I totally understand that. Yeah, there's a lot of that goes on though. So,
and honestly, my views of how this stuff works has changed over this past year.
Yeah.
What's kind of funny is if you can believe this or not, I've rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, just because
really,
I'm blunt. I'm very blunt. Like, I don't go behind your back. I'll just say it to you. But
really,
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Ask the guys next to me about this.
Yeah.
But to me, that's just being an adult and being a man about stuff.
Yeah. I get that.
Like, I'm not saying we can't get through it, but the thing is, how you know where somebody's coming from if they just don't say it to you.
Yeah, exactly. Just be yourself. I had obviously I've got the video going up tonight when it finishes editing. I've had to pause it, obviously do the live stream, but this guy Stuart came in. He's bought a Titan off of us. He didn't buy it off of us, but he's bought this Titan, brought it in because it was a non-runner, no working headlights. We got it up and running, and they said to me, go and take it out, give it a ride test, get a video on it. This guy is not obsessed, but he's a huge fan. And I went, oh right, yeah, he wants an autograph and a photo. And I went, I'm not a huge okay. I'm thinking, all right. I'm not a huge motovlog. I've only got a couple of thousand followers, and I only do it. The simple reason I do the videos is so that we can obviously show each customer their bike being ridden. I said, yeah, we'll get your bike sorted. Took it out. He's done 33,000 kilometers on this bike in 3 years. He's racked this mileage up, and it looks like a 1-year-old bike. He's really looked after it, kept it clean. The exhaust's as clean as a whistle. Loads of ACF on it. But he came in this afternoon and he went, I've watched every one of your videos. Okay, brilliant, Stuart. Have a sticker. Oh my God, I got a sticker. We did a selfie together and he's gone away happy chappy. But of course, I've got it. I got ribbed when I went back in because they went, look at you, big suit.
Yeah,
and I went, if a customer at the end of the day, if a customer goes away happy because I'm just being myself, I'm just me.
Yeah.
I'm not blowing smoke up my own backside. I just do what I do for the love of it.
Exactly.
But obviously, if you do screw up, fess up and apologise, which is what I did to him over there. We all make mistakes. I did have a few that night as well. I did, I had a few jars that night. But we all make mistakes. To err is human, but to obviously put it right is better.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, but we all do it. I've had one. I don't know if it'll post up because the explanation. Here we are. I'm going to put up this guy because this guy follows my channel. He's never come on a live stream. He doesn't do the internet. He doesn't do mobile phones and all this technical stuff. But every time I put a video up, he drops a little message to me. And he's a very older rider. I'm not going to say what age and embarrass him, but he's very, very knowledgeable about what he does. And he's just commented on the Super Sausage run that me and Simon did, because obviously we got cut up by that car with Vincent. Poor little learner rider in the middle of the pair of us, and this car come around the outside of me, gated me out, and if I was to sort of pull forward, it would have pushed me up into the car. I let him get past and then just went and overtook him. But he's just put this up, and it's absolutely hilarious. Oh, hang on. He's done it in 3 parts. Master Venge's his name, 4 minutes ago. Watch some of the same YouTubers as you do. Once you get the measure and feel for the width of a new bike, it's surprising what gaps you could get it through. If James Bond rode your bike, I reckon he'd have Q branch, add some extras such as sidewinder missiles to deal with those homicidal bell end drivers. No one messes with Bond unless they're enjoying their dodgy operations curtailed, the posh gaff's blown up, and all the fit women stolen and seduced. That's what Bond does. It's his job. Because we were obviously talking about James Bond. I'd watched it the week before it came out in the cinema. Good film. But he tends to comment on every video I do, and his stuff is so spot on. And I always say to him, thanks very much for your comments. You know, every video, all right, okay, we're going back to the garage. I can have my early morning cup of coffee and a cigarette. And he always says to me, he said, oh, good test ride. You know, you've deserved your cup of coffee and go and have your cigarette break now. But he knows all, he knows all the stuff. He's very, very clever about what he does. But, I appreciate every comment. Even if someone said to me, oh, I don't like the bike, it's a piece of crap. That's your opinion. But thanks for posting. You've clicked watch. You've given me a sub out of it. So, obviously, Nitro, Rory, he's, I've got 190 subs, messes about with it for a bit of fun. It's all just a bit of fun.
That's right.
The money's a bonus. I can tell you exactly what I got this month, 60 quid. Is 60 quid going to pay a week's wages for me? No, but it'll put a couple of smart plugs in that thing for me.
Yeah.
See,
so, Sarah,
that'll buy 1.5 smart plugs. Sorry.
One of the nice things about doing YouTube that even like Sarah was actually telling me this last night was when she went to the Sports Direct launch here, sorry, not here, but back in Glasgow, that she had people walking up to her and like talking to her like they knew her, and they actually said they were subscribed to the channel, and they were really talkative and asking her what she thought about the bike, and Sarah was giving her opinion, and she said it was such a bizarre feeling that some like people that you don't know walk up to you, they know your name, know the bike you ride. Know what kind of bikes and then all of a sudden they become quite friendly, and I think that's one of the bonuses of it, isn't it? That you meet new people all the time who you would never speak to in a normal day-to-day life, would you? You would never really walk up to random strangers, whereas people see you on YouTube and they can relate to you as an individual. So
that's like we did.
I introduced Revbomb to a girl.
Oh yeah. Kaz,
She follows you, you followed her, and you've never met each other, but you've been in the same place so many times at the same time and never realised it. You and Kaz, that was really fun. Yeah,
her channel is you can sort of compare her channel to mine. I've got like 2,000. She's got 350,000 or something stupid.
Wow.
She's a huge channel, got her own internet company, her own page, her blog, and she deals. She obviously turned up on the new, I think it was Triumph 1200, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the grey one we saw. Yeah,
yeah, and obviously Triumph had phoned her up and said, "Come and ride this bike for us," and right. she just turned up, and I was like, "Oh bloody hell!" I said, I've just watched your last review of this bike, the 1200." She went, "Yeah, it's over there. Come and have a look."
Like G's talking about, like we went to Sturgis and was getting recognized by subscribers and followers, and like he said, you don't do it when you don't do it for that. It makes you just like kind of shell shocked, like somebody recognizes you, knows everything.
Yeah, that's right. They come over and they just start.
Okay, then
come over and they don't start talking to you. So.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Reasons we all started our channel. Come on, all of us. Honestly, the reasons we started our channel. Come on. We'll go.
Go Hells. That side.
The reason I started our channel was just for family and friends back home. We never expected it to get the way it is. We just started. People back home can just keep up on where we're at and what we're riding and what we're doing, and it just kind of turned into what it's become.
Yeah,
cool. Gareth, go on.
Well, actually just released a video about this about 2 weeks ago. Right, so So what happened is I got my night rod done. I was finishing up. I was getting all the parts from America and Australia and had all them together and all the getting ready for the bike shows in 2020. And then COVID came, and I got the bike finished. And I said, "Well, what am I going to do now? All the bike shows are shut. All the shows are no longer on, etc., etc." So I decided I'm going to give this YouTube a try. Did a little kind of like mini kind of vlog on it, so to speak, a review on my parts, and then all of a sudden it just snowballed from there, and here I am today. Yeah. And that was it. I just did it to try and show my bike off. That's all I did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, Nitro. Yeah. So, yeah, I knew there was hardly anything to cater for the small scooters and bike community. Yeah, not a lot of people do 50s. So obviously his community is quite tiny, but there is a niche market for it. It's,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take you into what I got with mine. So obviously I'd been a DJ for 40 years. Still been sort of biking in the background. Yeah, doing the old. Believe it or not, we were part of the hotel, which is part of Pinewood Studios. So been based down at there. Met a lot of celebs, hence all the Pinewood stuff, the James Bond and all the films that went. Met a lot of celebs. I got bored with it. It was just same old thump, garage, wedding. And after 40 years, I'm like, that was 7 years ago. And obviously, I've known the owner of the garage since I was about 17. We hung around together at the local bike meets. And he said to me, do you want a job as my maintenance guy? Went and got a job as a maintenance guy. And then ended up answering phones for him. And it just turned around one day. And he said to me, he said, "Oh, crap." He said, "I've got a 750 out there. I need can you go and ask the mechanic to ride it?" And he didn't want to ride it because the simple fact was it was a sports bike. And being an older rider, Keith doesn't like sports bikes. Right. And I went, "I'll take it out." And he went, "Why?" I said, "I've got full license." And he went, "Give me 2 minutes, put me on the garage insurance." One phone call to his insurance company. He said, "Look, need to get this guy on the insurance. Can you bang him on?" Yep, job done. He said, "There's a crash helmet. Take it out, give it a ride." And I come back and I went, "It runs like a sack of shit." I said, "It's missing on 2 cylinders." I said, "The front wheel needs some air in." I said, "It's got death wobble on the front end. And the chain is as slack as hell." And he went, "How did you know that?" I said, "I could tell just from the ride test by the feel of the bike." All right. Yeah. So I became basically the test rider. And then he said to me, he said, "All right." He said, "Well, we sell like the Lex Motos. They weren't very big back then, 7 years ago, Lex Moto." And he said to me, he said, "Every customer, I just want you to do a test ride." Because I had a helmet cam on, I said, "Well, why not video it and let the customer see the video?" "Okay, yeah, fine. Well, you need a YouTube channel for that." So we sat around and I was going to call myself Dave on 2 Wheels or Dave Rides Bikes. And then one of the guys, I came in one morning and I tend to rev match when I come down the botch. So it's like, vroom, change down, vroom, change down. And one of the guys went, "For Christ's sake, bloody rev bombing everywhere." And I went, "What's one of them?" He went, "Changing down." He said, "Right." He said, "We're going to call you Rev Bomb." And I Googled Rev Bomb, and obviously there's a biker in the States called Rev Bomb. So I messaged him and said, "Look, my mates keep calling me Rev Bomb. Would you be all right with me, using the name YouTube on Rev Bomb?" And he went, "What do you do?" I said, "It's just introductions to bikes, just test rides." "Oh, you don't wheelie?" "No." "You don't swear?" And I went, "No, I'm quite sort of sedate how I do it." And he went, "Yeah, just call yourself." He said, "If you call yourself Rev Bomb UK or Rev Bomb," he said, "you're nothing to do with it. Your stuff isn't even the same as mine." He said, yeah. I'm quite. So I know he exists. He know I exist, but he's got like 50,000, 60,000 followers compared to my little. Back then, I had like 100 followers. And obviously, because we started putting the videos up, and Lex Moto, there was only 2 Lex Moto bloggers, and obviously Spicy 110 cottoned on that I was their second blogger, and he said, "Right, you do a sedate ride, I'll ride it like I've stolen it." And I went, "All right," two different ends of the spectrum. So obviously his subscribers came to me, my subscribers went to him, and that's how it all started. And the channel's just gone absolutely nuts now, but that's how it originated, and that's how the name Rev Bomb came around. So. And then obviously through the biking community, when I started chatting, when I met Zedhead first time, and I said to him, I love that ZZR of yours. I'm going to look at getting one, and obviously sorted it all out. And then when the GTR came in, And I said to Phil, I said, I can't get over the tank of that ZZR with my back injury, but I do like the GTR. So I started Googling on YouTube GTR videos. Hence, this side, down it came. And I found one of Simon's videos and sat watching one of the videos. And I went, hang on a minute, that's West Bletchley. Where the bleeding, that's the Three Trees. And then I sort of sent him a message. And I went, oh, bleeding hell, Milton Keynes. And Simon messaged me back, where are you? I said, Eclipse. He went, oh, Jesus Christ, I come past your garage a few times a week. And he literally turned up on the forecourt one day. And I'm like, oh, bloody hell, how nice. We got chatting on. Obviously, we're best mates now. We go out riding all the time. He's introduced me to all his mates. I've introduced him to all mine. And obviously, both of our channels now, I've passed him stuff. He chucks people my way. We go to Super Sausage, and believe it or not, every time we pull into Super Sausage now, we have a parking place. Because I tend to message the owner and say, look, I'm coming up with either a few of the pack or I'm coming up with Simon. Don't worry, your space by the garage is ready to go. And the owner tends to hold the space for us so we can pull the 3 bikes in.
Yeah.
A GTR sandwich.
A GTR sandwich,
GTR
yeah.
sandwich, yeah. We had a GTR sandwich Sunday with a Lexmoto filling.
Nitro, here we are. So Nitro Rory, because he used to run Nitro RC cars. So that's
there you go. Yeah,
that's how he got his name. And then obviously Spicy 110. Yeah, he is a great bloke. He's so down to earth, and I still sort of send him messages. Reno, his girlfriend, she's exactly the same. She goes out on the bike. She had her own little channel. She doesn't do it as much as she used to do, but he's so down to earth. You know, you need a step ladder to talk to him because you're looking up him because he's about 6'4", 6'5", but great bloke. And then obviously Paul M. He's done logos and intros for many bloggers. So yeah,
Paul is on everybody's stuff supporting. You see Paul everywhere supporting the moto vlog channels.
He's everywhere, and obviously MT follows me. He went and obviously off the back of one of mine, he went and bought himself a Michigan, so he's loving that bike. So
yeah.
Awesome.
I seen a comment from Paul earlier on, and I just wanted to confirm it that he actually is like follows 700 plus.
He does, yeah.
Vloggers. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of videos to catch up with.
It is.
I mean, if you're going to sit and watch 700 people, god damn.
I think you've got to be selective over what you watch, then, don't you? You've got yeah. I mean, I used to watch a lot of YouTube. I've cut it back now because I've been busy at work. But I caught up on a couple of yours the other day, Gareth, and obviously I try and watch Rev Bombs when I can. Yeah, Rex Bomb. Yeah,
Rex the Bomb. Yeah, I just sit there and I go. You know, like how like obviously I know it's totally frowned upon, but you know how like there is a certain some people have done the whole sub for sub thing, like obviously before, right? I'm thinking if you sub for sub everybody that you have as your thing, how are you meant to watch 1,000 motovloggers?
4,500 for Red Bomb. Yeah, you can't watch it, can you? You can't. You can't watch it. You can't.
How can you support somebody like that? You know, it's crazy.
You're not going to believe. I've just because obviously I'm watching this in StreamYard. I've just clicked across to the YouTube channel. Oh, this is fun. Kill all the black people. I hope they burn in hell from the Ku Klux Klan. That's nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's one way to get yourself banned off live stream.
Yeah.
You guys talk about that sub for sub and watching. That's where my view of this stuff has kind of changed because I understand how much time it takes to be a content creator. So I create my stuff more of the people that just watch. You know, I don't expect people like you guys to watch all my stuff because I know you got your own stuff to make in limited time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you know,
but I catch up with stuff when I've got time to catch up with stuff. We're all the same,
right?
Yeah. You know.
So like if you don't watch it, I'm not like, oh, forget this guy. He doesn't support. No, I understand. It takes he's doing the same thing I am. So we spend a lot of time creating for the people that watch that are not creators.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But don't forget, a lot of people that are creating YouTube content have lives and jobs as well. So I mean, this isn't our only job. I mean, I've only got 130 something subscribers. I've not got a lot, and I started up my YouTube channel because I used to ride backwards and forwards every day, 30 mile each way. And I decided one day I'm going to put a camera on my bike because I'm fed up with having all these close calls, and if anything happens, someone's going to be liable, and it's not going to be me. So I'll stick a camera on. And then one day I just thought, you know what? The mic only cost £9.99 off Amazon. I'll get the mic and I'll just talk bollocks. That's all I do. That's all I do in my videos. I say what I feel, or you look at a lot of my videos, they're man moan videos. I'm having a moan about this, I'm having a moan about that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's just me talking because it gives me something to do on the journey. And then out of that, I get my little bell end videos where people pull in out on me, and Red Bomb's seen a couple of the mobile phone users that pulled at me. And it's just something I do. And then I like computers as well. So I'll sit here and I'll spend a few hours doing a bit of editing and a few graphics and a bit of this and a bit of that. And and if it gives 10 people like the video and say, yeah, that was really great, then I'm happy. But if 10 people don't do that, I don't really care because it's something I want to do. So I'm just being honest, and it's just me. It's just me. I mean, I put a video up many moons ago about people were saying, oh, you're only doing that to get monetized. I said, no, actually, no, I'm not. I'm doing this because it's something I like doing. If one day I do hit the magic monetization, whatever it is on YouTube or whatever it is, or I've started posting on TikTok and things like that now because it gives me something to do. It's an expression. And it's an expression of us. So
that's why I kind of went to the sponsor route, because I don't want to get in the monetization of YouTube, because then that starts limiting my content. Because everybody knows I like to put like kick-ass music. Yeah. And I'm not going to get monetized with that music.
No.
So that's why I push more towards the sponsored route versus trying to get the subscribers to get monetized.
Well, at the end of the day, if you want to make money, that's why I work. that's what makes my money.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a full-time job and that pays my bills. And this is a hobby. And if anything, my full-time job subsidizes my YouTube. So I'm not looking at any day soon going the other way around. Not unless I win that Euro Millions tonight and I end up doing videos 24 hours a day, then I might do. You know, look, this is how you. Yeah.
Well, thanks to COVID, this has turned into my full-time job.
Oh, cool!
Because of COVID, where I got laid off and we started doing this, and my wife's like, "Well, if you like doing it, pursue it as a career." And that's what I've been doing.
Full-time YouTuber.
Full-time, yeah. Full-timer.
Full-time. I'm not buying you coffee and I'm not buying you drinks if you...
I don't like coffee.
In fact, you can rent his Harley for him. Yeah, you can lend him a Harley. There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm a little different than other full-timers. I like whiskey and strippers. All right, so...
just nailed it.
Not my iced coffee and wandering around moto camping in my backyard. All right.
Exeter's hit it right on the head there. Unless you've hit 100,000 subs, it's hard to do it full time. I'll tell you one that I have met, and he's probably one of the biggest in the UK, is Royal Jordanian, RJ. I did have a quick chat with him when he was down in London last time, and I said to him, I said, God, I said, you know, you must find it so hard with all them followers to not get recognised. And he went, why do you think I never ever mention my family, where I live? I never show my face. The visor always goes down when he's with someone. He doesn't do selfies. And I said, oh, so obviously the money that you earn must be absolutely amazing. And he went, do you know what? I don't need it. I give it away. He gives all his money away, normally either charities or children's hospitals, because with a name like Royal Jordanian, what do you think he is? Yeah, and he does it. And he does it because he loves riding around London, showing his bikes off. he does it for the
Yeah,
thrill
I
of
get
riding
that.
the bikes, yeah, and he doesn't
Yeah.
need the money, so hence why he gives loads of stuff away. So
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, everybody's ambition with YouTube is totally different. You know, like if you want to be monetized to make a career out of it, then that's fantastic. You do it for a hobby, that's brilliant. You know, like Hellbelly's doing it because of COVID, but he's going down the sponsorship route to provide him an income, which is awesome. You do it because it's part of your job. You know, so you know, it's everybody's got their own ambitions with YouTube. You know, some people just want to be famous. Let's just face facts.
As they say, you get your 15 minutes of fame, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You know, so
But I didn't start this out to do that. It was more one of those trying to figure out how to keep the opportunity to keep riding around the country like we are. So it's like how it's not more of the famous and everything. It's I'm enjoying just riding my motorcycle everywhere. How can I keep this going?
Feed the habit,
right?
Yeah, that's right.
You see, my average monthly at the moment is about £60, and obviously my missus said to me, she went, "Yeah, but where does the 60 quid go? Where do you think the Insta360 camera came from?" It all goes. Yeah, it all goes. All my bike money goes back into the biking again. Cameras, you've got them. You know, this thing that I'm live streaming on. You know, someone's got to pay for this computer. Someone's got to pay for the cameras. You know, someone's got to pay for the stickers that I give, because I give my stickers away free now. You know, they cost me, I think, one of those. You know, 1,000 of those cost 96 quid. They're not cheap, you know, and you're sending them off all over the place and giving them away. You've got your postage as well, so you know this game isn't cheap. And anybody thinks that they're going to make money out of YouTube, unless you've got huge followers, you're not. You're doing it for the love of it.
I'd just like to say, I've just had a notification, so I'd just like to say, Paul Keating, thank you for the sub. You just subbed my channel.
Next time you're up, Paul, or DM me on my Facebook and give us your address, and I'll chuck you a couple of stickers down in the post, mate. So that's not a problem. If anybody does want a sticker, DM me on the Facebook. I put my social media channel up, but revbomb.co.uk. Go to the social media channel. Or you can just do Mr. Revbomb at Gmail. That's just as easy. If you're back in MK, I've always got stickers in my backpack. So my bag in the office has always got stickers in it. So yeah, drop me a DM, drop me an email, send us your address, and I'll stick you a sticker in the post.
Yeah. Let me know when you're coming. I'll meet you at Revbomb's garage, Paul. Yeah, let me know when you're coming. Yeah.
The boss should be paying you for the advertisements. Believe it or not, I've been there 7 years, and I still love my job as much today as I did 7 years ago when I started. Every day's an experience.
Yeah.
It takes years to find a job you enjoy.
It does.
I've done it, but and it took me quite a lot of jobs, but I'm eventually there, and I'm eventually doing what I love doing. So
yeah, MT. If you haven't seen MT's car, he's got one of my stickers on the back of his car.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Drop me a DM, MT, if you need another one, mate. I'll bang you another one in the post, mate. Right, on that note, guys, we have been on 2.5 hours, so I'm going to start wrapping up here.
Lightweight.
Yeah. Some people have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's only 4:30 in the afternoon here.
Yeah.
It's all right for some.
Rub it in.
But thanks very much for the stream tonight, guys. Thanks to Jim Diesel. Thanks for everybody that popped in. Exeter, Paul, Nitro, MT. There's bound to be people in there. I missed Dad and Mad. Let me just roll up the list. Nitro, Rory, Paul M, Tom Beresford. Yeah, hi Tom. Who else did we have in tonight? There were so many people in tonight. Sets of Pendants. Yeah, loads. Thanks ever so much for everybody that popped in. Obviously, if you are watching this on the replay, rewind, go back to the beginning, watch it from the very start. Make sure you get yourself a nice strong coffee to keep you awake for those 2.5 hours. Skip the bit where we go on about PTSD if you're not into that sort of thing. But thanks very much to the man on my left, Mr. Hellbelly. Go and check out his channel, Hell's on Two Wheels. The man down the bottom, Burning Gas, Hauling Gas, otherwise known as Gareth, and of course that man down here in the bottom corner, Mr. Simon GTR 1400. All those guys all have YouTube channels. Go and check them all out. Thanks to Jim Diesel for popping in as well. Thanks very much, guys. Whatever you're doing this weekend, have yourself a good one. Simon, I shall see you on Sunday for the ride.
Yeah, you coming round mine at 9 in the morning?
I shall come round to yours, and I shall have a read of that again tomorrow. Got my motorcycle handbook, Roadcraft. I'm on page 24 now, so I'm getting there. Yeah, so I'm getting there.
Actually, how many pages is there? I've never actually looked.
I think it's just short of about 300. So
no, you've got a while.
280. There you go.
280 pages. So yeah, I'm a tenth of the way through the motorcycle handbook, but it is hard going. Thanks very much, guys. Whatever you're doing this weekend, have yourself a good one. Yeah. And until the next time, in usual Red Bomb tone, it's a big goodbye from me. Take it easy, guys.
2 wheels down, guys.
Easy, guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.